tournament. Plenty of home bowlers showing their wares. The home batters, apart from Old Powell and maybe Bashar Ahmed, they need to continue to step up in the latter stages of this competition. And just a quick shout to Pupadu Dasanayake. I know it's easy to say that you should play every game to win, but to stick with the same side, to honour the competition and to try to get that top 2 spot rather than resting 6 or 7 players. Great call from Pupadu.
And that's just the sort of coach that he is as well. He might come off as a very calm, cool and collected guy, but the wheels are forever turning in that brain of his. Here we go, ball number 1. And we're going to start with a wide. And with that wide, we're going to welcome Darren Goff, who's had a lot of fun out in the middle with HD Ackerman.
Yeah, a lot of fun. Quite argumentative, isn't he, HD?
That HD, you know.
Saying seam bowlers have got it easy. Coming from an opening batsman. Can you believe it?
This time onto the bat. And it's a better line.
Been impressive, Andy Kishore. This tournament, I've been impressed with him. He can bowl it pretty lively as well. Hits the bat hard. Got a lovely approach to the wicket.
Yeah, and these conditions have changed as well. A couple of days ago, we saw a lot of turn on offer. Now a bit more seam friendly. We're going to start to see a bit more action from the seamers. Played into the leg side, and this is well picked up. It's going to run away for the first boundary. Esakale opening the shoulders early today.
It's just as we thought. They're going to come at the Bolts are the Rhinos winning the toss and batting. They've got to get off to a good power play. It's vital in today's play. They had a disappointing day at the office yesterday, but there you go. Wasn't perfection, wasn't textbook, but he got enough on it to get it through the leg side, on the ground, and it runs away on this fast outfield.
On the attack, uses his feet down the track this time. He will pick up a single. Good signs this. They're taking on the bowlers.
It is. We're all set for a cracker. Let's hope. We had a good game this morning. Well, quite a comfortable win for the Gurkhas. The umpires are set for a good day, a full house. Sanjay Garong, there he is.
Vinay Kumar Jha, square leg at the moment.
That's a leg.
Tough job for the umpires.
That's a middle.
We've got our TV umpire, Buddhi Pradhan. Seen a lot of action for the TV umpires as well, like a lot of close calls with the runouts.
You notice the TV umpires always have a smile on their face.
That's going to be another wide, and it's going to be a big wide. It's going to run away for 5 wides, in fact.
Oh dear, the crowd. This is an atmosphere. Saturday in Nepal. Energy. A little bit of swing round the wicket to the left-hander. That's a poor delivery. That's wayward. Wiping his hands on his trousers. Look at that crowd. Fantastic. The dancers in the background. As soon as they see the cameras are there with the drone. Excitement in the crowd.
That's going to be another wide. He needs to find his radar. He needs to find it quickly. He's already been thumped for 4 runs by Esakale. He's gone for 5 wides on top of that, and another 2 single wides.
Adrenaline. That's what it does.
7,000 tickets sold today. 7,000. And this just shows the amount of passion that there is in Nepal cricket. They've backed this league, Nepal Premier League, year number 1, with plenty of positives yet to come.
Listen, the noise, unbelievable atmosphere. You can tell we've got a bumper crowd in. And the adrenaline from Kishore. Calm down, his captain needs to just have a nice little chat to him. Calm down. It's a big crowd. You're excitable, you want to do well for your team, but you've got to start well. There's no room to start poorly. You've got to be right on it from ball 1.
Use of the feet, and this is out of the screws. Tries to go up and over the fielder, and it's going to pick up another boundary. Positive start from Ezekiel this time, and I like the use of feet. Struggled in the first game using the feet, and today he's finally figuring it out.
Yeah, especially on a slow pitch, you've got to try and get to the pitch ball, get it right up there. There he goes. The bowler saw him, dragged it down a little bit, but there you go. Momentum's taking him forward. Got a good big bat on him, and it was enough to go over and fly away again to the boundary. Mohsin tried, but he couldn't catch it.
Stand and deliver stuff, this. It's going to race away for yet another boundary. A very expensive first over comes to an end. 21 for no loss at the end of the first.
सुजल डेयरीको उत्कृष्ट उत्पादन डिलाइट डेयरी व्हाइटनरले अब हरेक दिन डिलाइटफुल।
मेरो नम्बर मेरै चोइस। आफुलाई मन पर्ने नम्बर छानेर लिनुहोस्।
Himstar for a complete home.
And they bring in Harsh Tucker early, going to spin.
Well, as we've seen, the way they went after the seamer there, they've decided, let's go for spin.
Can't get it away. They will pick up a single. Raul gets off strike.
Well, let's expect fireworks here now. Ezekiel going to be on strike, and I'm expecting nothing but fireworks, or attempted fireworks. Bowlers can win the odd battle, you know. It is a batter's game, but the bowlers can come to the party and spoil it.
Yeah, Harsh Tucker is an intelligent cricketer, intelligent bowler, known more for his batting, but he'll want to try and get in the mind of what Ezekiel's thinking. This is a mishit, it's miscued, and it's gonna go down as a missed opportunity. He seemed to have completely lost direction on that.
He did, but it didn't surprise us, did it? He was gonna go big. It's there, it's right in the slot. He tried to probably did a bit square, thick edge. Oh, he got a little hand on it, didn't he?
You've got to hold on to those. You have to, especially when it's the batter that's smashing it all over the park. A couple of dot balls just starting to slow things down. This was a chance that should have been taken.
Oh, would have been a belter of a catch.
Nearly chopped on. I suppose this works as well. Keep Raul on strike.
It's been a roller coaster, hasn't it? Sometimes, one moment the seamers are doing well, the next minute it's the spinner. You can't quite work out, can you? What's the best way to go? Do we open with seamers? Do we open with spinners?
Pushed into the offside. They will pick up a quick single. That's going to be the end of the second over. The Rhinos 24 for none.
Sport is in our DNA.
Can't wait, won't wait. Sunfeast Dark Fantasy.
Pond Super Light Gel with hyaluronic acid. 200% instant hydration. Miracles happen.
bowlers. It's always, oh, it's a batter's game. Surfaces are just for batters. I've been dealing with this now for 30 years. Enough's enough.
But you know, you do have to feel for the bowlers. The game's changed so much in the favor of the batters. Lalit Rajbanshi, he starts with a dot.
Well, that's not entirely true. A batter has one chance. A bowler runs in, he gets hit for 4, then he gets hit for 6, then he gets a wicket, and all of a sudden he's a hero. They get 6 chances. Batters get 1.
Chipped back, put down. What are they doing, the Bolts?
Maybe they don't get 1 chance. They get more than 1 chance. He's such a fine bowler, and this was an absolute dolly as far as caught and bowls go. He cannot believe it. I can't even say in and out.
That's 2 chances that have gone down within 2.2 overs.
Sometimes this can happen to you as a side where you've already qualified. Doesn't matter how much the coach motivates you, you just struggle to. Surely taken. Anil Kumar Saar in the deep, holds on. The skipper will take the catch.
The wicket finally falls, and it is a catch. This went miles in the air. And Rahul, 10 deliveries. Just couldn't quite get the middle of the bat. It went miles in the air, and it took a lot of judgment from the skipper, Anil Kumar Saar. Placed himself right under it. Good pair of hands, and now he can celebrate. Bowled very well so far at the NPL, Lalit Rajbanshi. Bipin Rahul, he's got to walk back, just 3 off 10. And the Rhinos are 24 for 1. Batted decently well in the game previous to this. It was his best. It was actually 28 that he got in that game. But his problem from the previous game, and potentially even from that one, is the footwork isn't quite as it should.
Coming around the wicket, clever from Rajbanshi, because then you're going across the left-hander if it doesn't turn, and that's the result.
Pushed for a dot. It's going to be the end of the third. The Rhinos 24 for 1.
Legends rise through greatness and lead with their actions. From a timeless legacy to inspiring a nation, legends choose the ball. Drive like a legend. Drive the ball.
DHI Happier Home. Today sa hai.
At the top of the table, Lalit Rajbanshi with 12 wickets. He has bowled really well for the Bolts. Karan Casey in the previous game, we saw him in action. 11 wickets to him, and Rijal Brothers exceptional as well with 10. Heaved and over the fielders. Should not run away for 4. But the intent's very clear from Ezekiel today.
That is a little mind-boggling, isn't it, when you look at those leading wicket takers and you see 4 of the top 5 being seamers. 42 42 wickets between the 4 of those seamers. And how many have been taken in the whole competition by seamers? I don't think the number is 60. At the start of the day, it was around 56.
Intelligent cricket this from Ezekiel. He's gone for the big ones when they were available. Now he's looking to just nudge them around, pick up the single if it's not quite in the slot. 17 off 9, 3 fours in that as well. He's a big man.
He is the power that's got to take it on. I think he's the man sent to the top to try and give them a good start within the power play. But as you rightly point out, if it's not there, find a way to get off strike.
Flight on offer, and this is miscued. Pulled back right before it reaches the ropes. He'll pick up 2. Again, just gets himself in a very awkward position. He loses shape too early. That head comes up too early. Needs to work on a few technical difficulties that he's having.
I'm a little bit surprised about Harsh Thakur bowling inside the power play to 2 right-handers. But so many left-armers in their team. It might just very well be, though, that Harsh Thakur is exceptional in the power play and at the back end.
Pulled away. And it's going to find the building outside the ropes. It's going to go all the way for 6. A great way to end the over. 4 gone, it's 35 for 1.
Neoco solar water heaters, water purifiers, chimneys, the gas hobs ले बुझेको छ. Your way of quality living.
अब सिद्धार्थ बैंकको कार्ड प्रयोग गरी खरिद गर्दा मोबाइल ब्याङ्किङबाट टप अप गर्दा रिवार्ड पोइन्ट अर्न गर्नुहोस्. सिद्धार्थ रिवार्ड्स, यसमा पोइन्ट छ. सिद्धार्थ बैंक, सम्बन्ध सधैँभरिलाई.
तपाईको असली एनर्जी रेड बुल असली नै रोजौं.
I dare to overcome every hurdle and shine like a beacon. Presidential Graduate School, where every step leads to a new adventure.
Andries, and it's Tucker.
Tucker, like Chris, the comedian.
Not Tucker, Tucker.
Not pavement, sidewalk.
Yeah, the North Americans are a bit weird. I'll have to cop that one for the Americans.
I think maybe that ball, when it hit the building, might have just taken a little bit off the seam, and the umpires normally carry a pair of nail scissors and then they just cut the little bit of string off and make the ball look as good as new. If it's too damaged, they may even look to change it. This would have clattered against the building. Not a good delivery by Tucker. A rank long hop.
Smashed into that building with some speed. Buildings of concrete as well. They're not the smoothest of surfaces on the outside. Mr. Gata, or Mr. Rhino. Should be dancing. His side is in a decent position. They've started well today. The Rhinos, it's been one of the most confident starts so far for them.
Sometimes a ball can get hit across a building or get damaged on some concrete, and then suddenly out of nowhere the ball starts to reverse swing for the seamers. But there's, I'm not going to say that the Bolts won't have that luck. What I will say is the Bolts won't use the seamers. They've got so many spinners in their ranks, and quality spinners. This man, obviously, Rashbanji. Think of Mohammad Mohsin, who will still to come. Shermala, the mystery spinner. They really do have all their bases covered in that department. It's not just off spinners or just left arm spinners. They've got everything.
Flight and dip. There's a bit of turn there as well. I always find that when you offer flight, more and more spinners want to bowl flat, but there is something in there in the flight. When you get it above the eye line of the batter and that dip occurs right after, can be very difficult for a batter.
Yeah, the biggest thing that a spinner is trying to get is revolutions on the ball. The more revolutions on the ball, the more the ball will dip, because obviously those revolutions slow down as it gets closer to the batter.
Beautiful turn, taking it away from Ezekiel, and this might be the first time we've seen him just struggle a little bit.
And his line is good because Ezekiel clears that left leg of his, so he's just been outside the off stump, but Ezekiel's trying to line him up to go through the leg side and then can't.
Bit too straight onto the pads.
This is the variation, the one that goes straight on. This is the problem with Ezekiel. He's always looking for boundaries. So in between his wonderful boundary striking, there's not a lot that happens.
4 dot balls in the context of the power play is quite a bit. With that 5 dot balls.
All right, one delivery remains of this over. Manali, you and I are going to take leave after this over, and we have a surprise for our Nepal Premier League viewers. So make sure you don't get up to go and pour yourself a coffee or grab a cold drink. Hang around. You're in for quite something.
And that's a maiden. Really well bowled by Rajabanshi. 5 done. The Rhinos are 35 for 1.
Pond Super Light Gel with hyaluronic acid. 200% instant hydration. Miracles happen.
Legends rise through greatness and lead with their actions. From a timeless legacy to inspiring a nation, legends choose the ball. Drive like a legend. Drive the ball.
Shermala into the attack. Chitwan Rhinos, after a flying start, 21 from the first over of Kishore Mahato, who's had such a good tournament, are just being dragged back by the Janakpur Bolts with my old sparring partner Darren Box Office Goffey. Game on here.
Game on. Really exciting, actually, the way they've played here. The Rhinos winning the toss. Positive outlook, trying to get as many as they can in the power play.
Well, when you've got the son of Mohammed Nabi out there, it's always going to be the case. You've got a treat as well for the viewers. Great privilege to introduce not just Darren Goff, but a warm welcome to Brian Charles Lara. Brian, how are you? Great to have you here in Nepal.
Yeah, it's wonderful. It's been years that been dreaming of coming to Nepal, and to be here at the NPL is it's just amazing. It's great to see the atmosphere. It's just wonderful.
I know you've played in front of some of the biggest crowds in the world, but there's a pretty contagious atmosphere here, isn't there? It's very special at the TU International Cricket Ground.
Yeah, it's amazing, the passion here in Nepal, and it's a country that I suppose represented themselves very well in the last World Cup. Came close to beating South Africa, and it's just to see the crowd, and I hope that the infrastructure is going to get better. They need a lot more cricket facilities, a lot more youngsters playing.
Certainly do, and I think that World Cup's not a bad place to start. Goffey, we were talking about it, the one-run defeat to South Africa, nearly beat Bangladesh. That was in St. Vincent, not far from your home there in Trinidad.
Yeah, I mean, that was an exceptional performance from an associate country of the ICC. We saw a World Cup where there were a few surprises, you know, Afghanistan getting to the semi-finals, but with Nepal playing so well, I think it will encourage the game more. It will encourage a lot more sponsors, a lot more youngsters to play as well.
To be fair, Brian, I saw an interview you did in India, and you actually said, and surprised me at the time, but Afghanistan will make the semi-finals.
Yeah, I remember that. I think it had to do, of course, with the sort of facilities that they're going to play at. You know, what the pitch is going to, how the pitch is going to perform. As you know, Afghanistan is a team. If they corner you, you know, it's going to be hard for you to get out. And I felt that they had the ability to do so.
Great strike, Hassan Issa Kale gives himself a little bit of room. And Mohammed Nabi's son is at it again. Gets us to the end of the sixth, 44 for 1. Just talking about that Afghanistan comparison.
Tapaiको असली energy, Red Bull, असली नै रोजौं।
म त पैसा लिन्छु आइमी पेमा चाहियो के र खर्च गर्न सजिलो कार्डबाटै किन्छु म लिन्छु म क्यास पनि पाइन्छ हो विदेशबाट आको रकम वेलकम टु आइमी पे वालेट आइमी पे भए चाहियो के छ सबै सेट
जहाँ पनि रम्पम छँदैछ नि रम्पम छँदैछ नि
Too far from there.
Yeah, you're spot on the money. What about both of you? The 20-team World Cup in the T20 format, it was a real success, and it's going to repeat again in India and Sri Lanka in 2026 as Mohammed Mohsin comes into the attack. Is that a format you like, more associate sides getting opportunities on the world stage?
Yes, most definitely, and I think that ICC is doing a wonderful job in that. You've got to get more countries playing, and I know a few countries in Europe is also playing the game, which is great. Of course, the T20 is the most attractive version, the shortest version. Get them playing. They have a better opportunity of performing well and having some success.
You're right there. I think they've got a better chance of winning. Anybody can beat anybody in the T20 International. You've seen one great performance from one individual, and they've all talented players. We've seen some talent on show in this tournament, and this is the start of it for Nepal, for me, having their own big tournament where it's a chance for some of these guys to be showcased around the world. It's the first time I've seen a lot of the players, and I've been blown away by not just the crowds, but by some of the talent. They've got more spinners here than England have got in all the counties.
Brian, you wouldn't believe. Bowled him. Oh, what a googly. We've got one of the icons of the game in the commentary box in Brian Lara. This was Shane Warne-esque. How good was it, BC?
Well, he definitely didn't rate that one. Played right across the line. Not across the line, played outside the line of the ball. Beautiful googly there. And just toppled back off stump.
Well, that is the stuff of dreams from one of the bowlers of the tournament from Pakistan, now playing in the United States. Mohammed Mohsin, he castles Santosh Karki for 14. It's 46 for 2. It's Super Saturday. We've got a sold-out crowd, 15, 20,000 in and around the TU. A contagious atmosphere. And we've got Darren Gough and Brian Charles Lara, two of the icons of the world game, particularly through Test cricket in the 90s. As young Kushal Malla walks to the crease, he's got a little bit of a swagger. The Rhinos captain was actually mentored by Sir Isaac Vivian Alexander Richards in the Pakistan Junior League, so he's got a little bit of Caribbean exposure himself. And that will need to be bowled again. Another googly. You two loved playing against each other. That England v West Indies rivalry, particularly through the 90s. What are your memories of it?
Well, if Brian got past 10, he were getting 100, or 200, or 300. It depends what mood he was in.
Please don't forget about the 400, Darren.
I missed that one, thankfully. I let everybody else get slogged all over Antigua. I was laying on the bed watching at home injured.
I actually don't know who felt more lucky, because I didn't play much against Darren. You missed a couple of those big scores, both series West Indies versus England. But I felt that with your trajectory and pace, your skiddy action, you know, I felt I could be troubled a bit with you.
Watch NPL on the go on Ncell app, unlimited YouTube and other NPL packs. Download Ncell app now or dial *123*9#.
म त पैसा लिन्छु आइमी पेमा चाहियो के र खर्च गर्न सजिलो कार्डबाटै किन्छु म लिन्छु म ब्याज पनि पाइन्छ हो विदेशबाट आको रकम वेलकम टु आइमी पे वालेट आइमी पे भए चाहियो के छ सबै सेट
I dare to overcome every hurdle and shine like a beacon. Presidential Graduate School, where every step leads to a new adventure.
Averaging 52 in your career, what do you think you averaged against England in your career?
My gosh.
More or less?
I think it would be more. I have a funny feeling it would be more. A couple not-outs, big not-outs.
The 400 not-out helps. You averaged 62 altogether against England. Not bad, that.
That's pretty special. Well, that's why he's the king. Well, the prince, whatever you want to put it.
And what about you, Goffey? Do you think you did better or worse overall in your career? 229 wickets at an average of 28. Worse against the West Indies, not Brian specifically.
Better against the West Indies.
Better. I think it would be better.
Great knowledge from you two. Unbelievable. Average 25 overall, including a 5-wicket haul and 31 wickets in just 8 tests.
We spend a lot more time talking about Darren's golf bowling than most of the English bowlers. You know?
Now, this has gone a long way up. Has Asa Kale got enough of it? Oh, yes, he has. That's where you want to hit here at the TU. It's a Siddhartha Bank 6.
Well, this kid can play, can't he? Asa Kale, 28 from 19 he's got now. The Rhinos choosing to bat 54 for 2. And this is as good as it gets. Full contact, head still. No need to run down the pitch. Look at this off-spinner batting. Matchups really well there. Lovely.
Yeah, he's just caught up again now, 28 off 19. The Rhinos, remember, this is pretty much a must-win game for them. There are some permutations where they'd squeeze through. Oh, he's going to be gone. Thacker roars back. It's given us a wide. Don't worry about that. Big wicket, Brian Lara.
Huge wicket. Falling up the 6. Bowled it a little wider. Got a batter coming down the track. Nowhere near the delivery. Head is just drifting away from him. Stumped. Clean bit of wicket keeping.
It was. Wicket keeping there from Malantha was absolutely superb. We just said he stayed in his crease, hit down the ground. That one he wanted to run down. Clever bowling. Clever indeed. And a great stumping from Malantha. He goes for 28 from 19 balls, and the Rhinos 55 for 3.
Absolute veteran of the world game, and somebody's having a really good tournament. 189 runs for Ravi Bopara. The Rhinos are going to need him. Clever piece of bowling from Harsh Thacker. Just dangled the carrot out there, and Asa Kale couldn't resist. Gents, so great to have you both here. It's not just about the cricket on the field. This is about kind of showing off Nepal to the world. What are your first impressions, Brian?
Amazing country. I think, as I said early on, I always wanted to come to Nepal. It's been a place I dreamt of coming. I've been all around Bangladesh, Pakistan, India, but to get the opportunity to come to Nepal, I grabbed it on the first time. I'm looking forward to exploring as much as possible over the next 3 days.
You got a special guest with you too. We just met your daughter here. Is she loving it as well, Tyler?
Well, she's still recovering a little bit of jet lag. I've never traveled that amount of hours in her life, but yeah, she's looking forward to getting a late sleep tonight so we can get up early and get to the base camp at Mount Everest.
8 of the 14 mountains in the world that are 8,000 meters or more are here in Nepal, and you're going to get up and get close and see them.
Yeah, we're looking forward to that. We chose the helicopter instead of the plane. We want to get out there, feel what's happening out there, have some breakfast. And this is just an amazing country. And I'm looking forward to the next 3 days, but I'm also looking forward to coming back.
So that will wrap up the 8th over. Good wicket taking over from Thacker. It's 56 for 3.
आफ्ना हरेक चिन्ताहरू अब हामीलाई छोडिदिनुस्। तपाईको भोलिको भरपर्दो साथी सानीमा रिलायन्स लाइफ इन्स्योरेन्स खुलेर जियौं।
तर यो जिद्दी दाग यो निकाल्न इजी छ। सर्फ एक्सेल इजी वाश यसको 10 हातको शक्ति छ यस्तो जसले जिद्दी दाग निकाल्न गर्छ इजी। सर्फ एक्सेल इजी वाश।
Neoco solar water heaters, water purifiers, chimneys, the gas hobs बुझेको छ your way of quality living.
Join us and the ranks of thousands of successful students who have unlocked their full potential.
There's also the fact there's some temporary stands, but they're quite comfortable on the mounds. You know, I walked around during the break between the two matches, and the passion, they're pressing themselves against the fence. And, you know, I've long time retired. To see the youngsters, you know, pushing and waving at me, it's great to see. Like, they do have a little bit of knowledge of my play.
They love you, I promise you that. What about somewhere like the Wreck? Is there a few sort of almost reminders of that Antigua ground? A little bit of shade of that, kind of rustic, but very special.
Yeah, this is very, very special. And of course, the ARG means a lot to me, having my both world records there. But this is just, the atmosphere is great, and it's great to see the following of the game. And I look around, I was looking for a lot of the youngsters, and it's great to see the youngsters in there, because I know if they got a passion to watch, they are going to be players in the future.
Yeah, couldn't agree more with that. Right on the money again from Mohammed Mohsen. Yeah, you think of the size of the crowds, the passion, the potential for the sport here, and we're just really grateful for your presence. Great to have you here with us as well. Goffey, how good was the man sitting to your right?
Yeah, I was lucky enough. I think the 90s played with some unbelievable cricketers. Lara, Kallis, Pontin, Tendulkar. I mean, the roll off the tongue, they were the best I bowled at. And you knew you were in a competition. You've got to get them early. If you don't get them early, it's good night.
Yeah, spot on the money. Another really good over. Mohsen has been so economical all tournament. 9 have been bowled. It's 58 for 3.
Join us and the ranks of thousands of successful students who have unlocked their full potential by pursuing their education overseas. Right Path Career Counseling.
Be happy, your mate Dwight York.
Well, we're going to keep you for another over or two. We got something special here. Get those headphones off for a second, Goffey, because we're going to do you first. A big tradition here in Nepal is the Dhaka Topi. It's the national headwear. That one's a gift for you, Goffey. Now let's, Brian, how does that look on him? What do you reckon?
I feel a little like just a bit like Freddie Cooper, eh? Remember him?
Now, what about one for you? Now, we've tested this one, Brian. I think it's going to fit you. Maybe, Goffey, can you help him?
I think he's used to a crown, not a hat.
Now, we've also taught you about the Namaste, haven't we? What about the Namaste? There to the camera. There we are, the Namaste. And what Brian's saying there is, thank you so much for having me. Great to have you with us. That in Nepal is a big thing. The Dhaka Topi, when someone gifts you that, it's a big, big honor. So that's from all the team at the Cricket Association of Nepal. You're so welcome here.
Thank you very much.
Absolutely. I'm so pleased he's come. When I saw he was coming, I just couldn't believe it. And it needs players and personalities and legends like Brian to come to a country like Nepal and just keep that rolling now, that enthusiasm, that momentum. And Nepal cricket can go from strength to strength, and it needs legends of the game to come and support it.
Brian, I'm not going to lie, that quite suits you. I reckon. Yeah. I think there's something about men who have hairstyles like you and I. I think the Dakatopi looks extra good.
That's good. That's good to hear. I'll keep it on for a while.
Lenny, tell him your nickname here.
Oh, I do have a nickname here. You're going to like this one. Dai is an elder brother, so you're my elder brother. You are Brian Dai to me. I'm the Taklu Dai, so the bold elder brother.
I've been called Taklu before. I've been called Taklu before.
There we go. You're Taklu Dai Dwi, so that means Taklu Dai number 2. In fact, you're number 1 for me. One of the greats of all time. End of the 10th, single to close it out. 62 for 3. Just going to keep you for one more over, I think, if we can.
सुजल डेरीको उत्कृष्ट उत्पादन डिलाइट डेरी व्हाइटनरले अब हरेक दिन डिलाइटफुल
तपाईँको असली एनर्जी रेड बुल असली नै रोजौं
DHI happier home छुट्टै छ है
म त निर्धक्क छु प्रभु इन्स्योरेन्स छ साथ अनि तपाईको
प्रभु इन्स्योरेन्स प्रोटेक्टिङ योर फ्युचर
तर यो जिद्दी दाग यो निकाल्न इजी छ सर्फ एक्सेल इजी वाश यसको 10 हातको शक्ति छ यस्तो जसले जिद्दी दाग निकाल्न गर्छ इजी सर्फ एक्सेल इजी वाश
क्रिकेटमा जितको मजा र फोनमा टेक्नोको मजा कसैले बिट गर्न सक्दैन बिकज टेक्नो प्रोभाइड्स बेस्ट क्वालिटी बेस्ट सर्भिस एन्ड बेस्ट सिग्नल टेक्नो स्मार्टफोन रोजी बनाउनुहोस् आफ्नो चोइस मोबाइल
Minto Fresh, freshness that bonds.
म त निर्धक्क छु प्रभु इन्स्योरेन्स छ साथ अनि तपाईको
प्रभु इन्स्योरेन्स प्रोटेक्टिङ योर फ्युचर
Himstar for a complete home.
Neocool solar water heaters, water purifiers, chimneys, the gas hobsle बुझेको छ your way of quality living.
Himstar for a complete home.
सुजल डेरीको उत्कृष्ट उत्पादन डिलाइट डेरी व्हाइटनरले अब हरेक दिन डिलाइटफुल
DHI happier home छुट्टै छ है
Legends rise through greatness and lead with their actions. From a timeless legacy to inspiring a nation, legends choose the ball. Drive like a legend. Drive the ball.
Brian, he dropped Richard Richardson and put himself in. Where do you think West Indies cricket is at the moment? Because a lot, obviously, franchise cricket has taken over, and a lot of the West Indies have got that power play about them. And where do you think it is, West Indies cricket?
Oh, well, I think you got different opinions because of different forms of the game. I think Test cricket, we are struggling a bit to find a way to play the game properly.
Great shot here from Ravi Bopara, right on top of the bounce. That's trademark Bopara from days of old.
Yeah, beautiful. Ravi's an awesome player. He's been around a while, and it's great to see him coming out to places like Nepal and playing cricket. He's been to Bangladesh and other countries to play franchise cricket. It's just awesome to have a player of that quality.
Definite signs of the West Indies coming back a little bit, particularly in the Test game of late. How pleased have you been with the white ball progress over the last 10 years? Obviously T20 World Cups, 2 victories in that, and you want to get back in 50 over cricket surely too.
Yeah, we want to get back. I mean, our recent performances, even though we've got 2 cups, I think it was 2012 and 16, but I think recently our performances have been sort of declining. I think we need more of a plan. I mean, Darren Sammy's there. He's been captain of those World Cup wins, so hopefully he can instill some sort of plan that we can play better. On the Test arena, it's a little bit worse. I feel that the West Indies, the way England is playing cricket, is the way the West Indies played, 30, 40 years ago. So now we've got, it's Darren, it's laughable, seriously.
But it is, because you would think that everybody talks about baseball, but it would never played that way before. Australia teams did it in the 90s, and the West Indies team did it in the 80s and 70s.
Well, Brian, I think we have to let you go pretty shortly, but I know you're really pleased to be here, aren't you? And it's just such a wonderful opportunity, not just for you, but your daughter as well.
It's a great opportunity. You know, I'd really love to congratulate the Cricket Association of Nepal, along with their strategic partner, the event TCM Sports, have set up a brilliant platform for becoming cricketers of Nepal to showcase their talent in front of such an international audience. The hard work and the dedication of Khan team has ensured that this event is all ingredients becoming one of the top cricket leagues in the world. I really and truly wish Nepal Cricket Association all the very best.
Well, amen to that. Before we let you go, we're going to do one little namaste after this boundary as it runs away for 4. 73 for 3. We're going to show you one more time. We look at the commentary camera, all three of us, namaste. Brian, Charles, Lara, great to have you with us.
Thank you. Namaste.
Thanks, bro.
नयाँ पुस्ताका सपनाहरू थाहै नपाइकन आफ्ना सपनाहरू बनिसकेका हुन्छन्। ती सपनाहरूलाई पूरा गर्नुस्, खुलेर जिउनुस्। सानीमा रिलायन्स लाइफ इन्स्योरेन्स, खुलेर जियौं।
तर यो जिद्दी दाग यो निकाल्न इजी छ। सर्फ एक्सेल इजी वाश, यसको 10 हातको शक्ति छ यस्तो जसले जिद्दी दाग निकाल्न गर्छ इजी। सर्फ एक्सेल इजी वाश।
Neoco solar water heaters, water purifiers, chimneys, the gas hobsle बुझेको छ, your way of quality living.
DHI happier home. Today sahay.
Chat and some great insight to the great man, Mr. Brian Lara. And back to the action. 11 overs in, 73 for 3. And it's myself alongside Mikhail Vaswani, who's a bit late getting into the office because he wanted to get a picture with the big man.
Yeah, absolute honor to be listening to him, firstly to have him in the con box, and what a wonderful conversation between him, Darren Goff and Andrew as well. Brian Charles Lara, wow, you just want to be a fly around them and listen to that conversation and just be around the great man. Meanwhile, the Chitwan Rhinos 74 for 3. This partnership will be key. It's already building, 19 and 23.
Yeah, no surprise that Bopara's out there in the middle. Big one this, into the leg side, and over the fielder's head. Gets just enough. Mohsin's gonna think that there was a chance here, but I think he just might have had enough to get over the fielder.
And I like this approach by the Rhinos. They need to keep attacking the bowlers. Just goes down on his left knee, full stretch. Had the fielder in business for a while, only to go over him. What a contest here for the Rhinos. Missed out, lost that last game last evening by 51 runs in 24 hours. They're back again in a must-win situation.
Got a really good piece of this, the skipper, Kushal Malla. Maybe needed to be just a little bit taller in the deep, as this one is smoked right out of the middle of the bat, and this one's even bigger. Kushal Malla, he's putting them in the stands. I wonder if that was taken in the stands as well, because you get 25,000 Nepali rupees if you take a spectator's catch, thanks to Kulti.com, our official ticketing partner.
Yeah, this is a wonderful passage of play, and I've liked the way the captain of the Rhinos is turning up. He's batting on 22 in 18, and he's already hit 2 sixes and a 4. You can't be playing on the back foot over here. You've got to put the pressure back on the fielding side. This is good counter-attack. This partnership worth 31. They're going at almost 7.5 and over. No respite. He's taken a liking to Mohsin. This is the third towering 6 in the over, and it's Kushal Malla. He's in his elements, he's on a roll, and the captain of the Rhinos is setting an example in the middle. 12 gone, 92 for 3.
Dish Home, खुशीको कनेक्सन। तपाईको असली एनर्जी रेड बुल असली नै रोजौं।
Neoco solar water heaters, water purifiers, Chimneys, the gas hops le बुझेको छ. Your way of quality living.
जहाँ पनि रमपम छँदैछ नि रमपम छँदैछ नि
Fit Kushal Malla is putting on a show with the bat so well with the strikes, some beautiful strikes out of the stadium over here, and that's what you need to do. They won the toss, they are batting first in a must-win game. They've accumulated 92 in 12 overs, and the top order has been found wanting, and the captain is saying, I'll arrest the slide and I'll take the team forward. Raj Banshi, leading wicket taker of NPL 1. That's a lovely shot. That's Ravindra Bopara for you. How beautifully he accesses the gaps. Just picks his spots as well.
He really got a hold of Mohsin in the previous over, Kushal Malla. 3 maximums, and each of them got bigger and bigger as he struck them. Trying everything he can for his side. He wants to end up in the top 4, the Rhinos.
Yeah, what's good for them is that this partnership is now set. What they need to keep in mind is they can't throw it away from here. They're playing against a very strong side. Remember the Janakpur Bolts who bat deep. They need a good total. They need to win with a big margin. They need their net run rate to be boosted. A lot's playing on the minds of the Chitwan Rhinos at the moment.
Well, it's not just the Chitwan Rhinos. The Bolts, they want to try and finish in the top 2. Had a quick chat with their coach, Pupadu Dasanayake, as they were walking in. And he said, you know, we don't want to take this lightly. Yes, we've already qualified for the playoffs, but we want to try and come in the top 2. Got a few Rhinos fans there.
Sensible cricket. How wonderfully he's turning the strike now. Got 6 in that last over, and now he's happy getting to the other end. Yeah, it's a bull ring here for the Janakpur Bolts, but let me tell you, massive support for them.
Saw a big score yesterday in the afternoon. 181 was put up on the boards. Today it looks like it might be another big one, as this is played down the ground and they'll pick up another single. I have a feeling if the Rhinos can get a decent score, and I mean about 170, 180 on the cards, the Bolts are going to struggle a bit.
Yeah, they just dropped that one game. They have the batters. You've seen Harsh Thakur play some crucial innings, getting some 20 unbeaten runs in 2 chases. Oh, this is nicely bowled. Oh my God, that was a good shout as well. Good over this by Raj Banshi. Only 5 coming off it. It's 97 for 3.
Can't wait, won't wait. Sunfeast Dark Fantasy.
DHI Happier Home. Today sahi.
Legends rise through greatness and lead with their actions. From a timeless legacy to inspiring a nation, legends choose the ball. Drive like a legend. Drive the ball.
The Chitwan Rhinos winning the toss, batting first. Kushal Malla is batting $1 million in the middle, 29 and 21. He's in his elements, and Bopara is just about playing himself in. What looks like a very good effort with the bat so far for the Rhinos.
42 of 33, this partnership now. As this is well fielded. Kyle, I've seen everyone with their Dhaka topi now. Where's yours?
I have quite a few. I'm very fortunate to have them. Nicely played, inside out, wide of the field at long off. They'll keep it to 1. Yeah, I did get 1 in Oman when I was with Andrew, calling the ACC Premier Cup. That's when he gave me 1. Thank you, Andrew, very much. And this time around as well, he got me 1.
You all have your Dhaka topis. I've yet to receive anything traditional.
It's over to Andrew. Always ask him because he has a bag full of Dhaka topis with him.
But that's for the men. I want to know what the women wear.
Kushal Malla is delivering some mighty hits in the middle. And he is just about putting the pressure back on the fielding side. His 4th home run. And he's in his elements today and in the zone as well. He's on fire.
Well, the 100 mark has now been crossed. 104 in 13.3 overs. And I think we've got a big game on our hands here. It's going to be a big total, especially if this man has anything to say about it. Kushal Malla, the skipper. He's been dealing in 6s, and this one's gone a long way again. This time he takes on Arnico. Fielder, got to give him for the effort, but I don't think he ever would have had that covered.
Yeah, remember, the Bulls have quite a few left-arm spinners in the side. That's pressure. You don't want to bowl it in his arc. Arnico in his first over, in his 3rd delivery has conceded a 6, and the pressure is telling on him.
You want to keep the ball away from the swinging arc. Half century in the partnership now. 51 off 38 deliveries. But when you're trying to keep it that far out of the swinging arc, you get penalized for it. It's 2 back-to-back wides.
Yeah, he's looking good. 35 and 22. 4 6s. Down the ground, over the bowler's head. A couple of bounces. It's a boundary. Malla says, I'll take charge. And he's powering the Rhinos to a very strong total this afternoon.
Stand and deliver stuff, this. It's in the slot, and he helps himself to 4 more. Almost adding insult to injury as it goes right past the bowler. He's raced on to 39 off just 23 deliveries. Important discussions between captain, senior players getting in on it as well. And they really do need to figure out a solution here, because this game could really quickly get away from the Bolts.
This is where I feel the Bulls are missing a trick. They need to get a bowler that will take the ball away from the left-handed batter. But then at the other end, you have Bopara. This one's high up in the air, and this one's out of here as well. Lovely strike from the bat of Malla. He's dealing in 6s and 4s. He's in his zone, and he's hitting some biggies in the middle.
I think Mohsin's going to feel a little bit better now after his over. He'll know that he's not the only one that's been taken apart. Swinging through the line, goes straight over the ground. And he helps himself to another half a dozen more. Kushal Malla now just 5 runs away from his half century. 45 off 24 deliveries. 2 4s, 5 6s. Check out the strike rate.
And spare a thought for Arnico Yadav. In his 5 deliveries of his first over, he's been torn apart by Malla, conceding 19 runs.
What's the fastest half so far?
This is a very fine display of power hitting in the middle. Yeah, he'll get to the other end. He's accumulated 20 in over number 14. He'll keep strike as well. Malla is in his peak of his powers. It's 117 for 3.
Legends rise through greatness and lead with their actions. From a timeless legacy to inspiring a nation, legends choose the ball. Drive like a legend. Drive the ball.
DHI Happier Home.
The ship, just the 16 runs for Bopara in the 62 runs they've accumulated, and most of it has come from the bat of Malla. 44 and 21, courtesy 5 6s, 2 4s, and he's batting at a strike rate of close to 190. We are in for a big score, and by far this is Malla's best performance so far in NPL Season 1.
It's the big man, the Kiwi, James Neesham. Best of 2 for 22. He's a tall man. can hit the deck hard as well. And his job is to try and break this partnership. Thing is, we could say he needs the wicket of Kushal Malla, but Bopara is also a threat at the other end.
Yeah, pulls it in full control. Get a single. Yeah, there's no respite if you're a bowler, because from either ends it could be carnage. Bopara has playing all over it. And that was a nothing shot actually. Just trying to play it towards the mid-wicket region. Yeah, but what a partnership. What a passage of play.
Coming in ever so slightly. Playing around it. We've actually just seen 1 run in 2 deliveries, Mikhail. Quiet after what's been a very explosive last 2 overs.
And just for the record, the last 30 balls has yielded 60 runs for the Rhinos. Exquisite. 2 is the call from the moment he hit it. How well has he timed it? And that'll go for a 4. Asif put in the dive. Was unable to cut it off. And Bopara as well is in the act now. It's raining boundaries from both sides. And Rhinos are moving and marching along with consummate ease.
He really is a class act, this man, Ravi Bopara. Balance, timing, and total class. That had so much pace on it. The fielder had no chance.
Yeah, you talk about Bopara's calmness in the middle. He's certainly been the wind beneath the wings of the Chitwan Rhinos. But for Bopara, the Rhinos would have been struggling because he has 2 50s, a 30 and a couple of 20s. That's why he's been the anchor man.
This time a better line, better length as well. And a very good stop. He's a big man. That boot can be pretty lethal sometimes. Don't know if you remember the World Cup final, Elise Perry sticking that boot out, getting the run out. Won the World Cup for Australia.
Yeah, sometimes with batters like Bopara in the middle, you really wonder if T20 cricket is all about carnage or touch of class as well. So much of class he brings to the middle. I had a lovely chat with him the other day, and his personality reflects with his batting as well. Calm, composed, relaxed, brings in a lot of organization and structure to the batting lineup in the middle. You have third up in the circle. There's fine leg as well up in the circle. There's a deep mid wicket, deep square leg, long on, long off. Malla in his zone. Nicely played. Late call for 2. Will Bopara push for the second? He's running to the danger end and they'll complete it comfortably. And this man's not impressed, Jimmy Neesham. 8 runs coming off this over. It's been a good one. 1-2-5 for 3. We are into an exciting final 5 overs.
I dare to overcome every hurdle and shine like a beacon. Presidential Graduate School, where every step leads to a new adventure.
DHI Happier Home. छुट्टै छ है।
तपाईको असली एनर्जी रेड बुल असली नै रोजौं।
Sport is in our DNA. Bolts have made a few errors here by continuing to bowl spin to him, because he murders spin, doesn't he? Particularly left arm spin. Niko Yadav learned that. 20 off the over. And now they've gone back to pace, and remember Kishore Mahato had his worst over of the tournament being dispatched for 21 around the ground. I would say the Bolts are feeling nervy, and I'll tell you what else. The Baratnagar Kings are watching on going, oh no, we're in trouble here. The Bolts need to come back into this contest, otherwise we're finished. Got HD Ackerman alongside me for the final 5. Great to see some high scores return.
The bold decision to go onto the used pitch of yesterday has worked a treat. We've been waiting for Kushal Mala, haven't we? And he's one away from a half century.
Cool from Kushal. He gets to 50 in 28 deliveries, and watch this, it will be at most a cursory bat raise. In fact, it will just be a thumbs up and maybe a little thanks to the heavens. He's had a tough year, to be honest with you, HD. He's not got anything like the weight of runs I think his talent should be getting, but when he's at his best, he is devastating.
A moment like this can change everything. Now that Kushal Mala has played plenty of international cricket, but you also just wonder whether a very calm character like Ravi Bopara has had an influence, because we've seen him promising, haven't we? He's got in a couple of times, but now we're seeing the true man at the crease.
Yeah, I've read, I see all the things on social. And he's come in for a lot of criticism this year. He was dropped at the end of that United States tour. He hasn't had a good year. I'm not going to pretend he has. But I do think there's something special about him. There's a thing we have in all sport, not just in cricket, called X Factor. He is an X Factor player. Yes, he's underperformed this year. He's been nowhere near his best, and the biggest surprise for a guy who early in his T20I career was striking at 167, he's barely struck at 100 this year. He's been completely shy of confidence. Bopara wants 2 here, won't get it. And a good coach sometimes sticks with their X-Factor players.
And I think every team, we talk about the balance of a team with bowlers and batters, but the ability to, every team needs an opening batter, every team needs a middle order player, but you also need a player that would be very calm, that can take you over the line. We think of a Jacques Kallis, a Kane Williamson, a Joe Root, but then you want the X-Factor player, the one who can drive you nuts, the Glenn Maxwell. They'll win you a game in the blink of an eye, and then frustrate you many times. Mala may very well be one of those players. 16 gone, 1-3-1 for 3.
सुजल डेयरीको उत्कृष्ट उत्पादन डिलाइट डेयरी व्हाइटनरले अब हरेक दिन डिलाइटफुल।
तर यो जिद्दी दाग यो निकाल्न इजी छ। सर्फ एक्सेल इजी वाश, यसको 10 हातको शक्ति छ यस्तो जसले जिद्दी दाग निकाल्न गर्छ इजी। सर्फ एक्सेल इजी वाश।
Remaining is the grand finale on Saturday the 21st of September. Jimmy Neesham to continue. We heard Goffey wax lyrical there about how much he's enjoyed it. How much are you looking forward to that grand final in particular? It's been something else this tournament, hasn't it?
This is what's made it. The people. The fact that they've come in during the games with teams that have been rooted to the bottom of the table has been quite something to see. On the weekends there's just not an empty seat. There's barely an empty seat during the weekdays, but this is quite something. Actually just chatting off air while you were fortunate enough to be sitting in the presence of one Brian Lara, and talking about the tournament and how it's just so apt that with just a day or so to go of group stages, that everyone bar the Lumbini Lions are still in with a chance. Most of it mathematical, but in with a chance, which, you know, sometimes a tournament can just go the wrong way for you, and 4 days to go of group stages, you can have your qualifiers. It hasn't been the case. It's been perfect.
Short ball, Mala goes after it, man out there, put down! Oh, Asif Sheikh, what have you done? This is why I would have Asif Sheikh with the gloves and Malanta in the field. That could be very costly.
Jimmy Neesham won't enjoy this. This has to be taken. He gets a long, hard look at it and just spills it. Unfortunately, we've seen a little bit too much of that over the last couple of days, where the players are getting a little bit tired, who knows, but we're seeing too many catches going down. We've seen some absolute speckies. Yeah, he's struggling to bowl the next ball at the moment, Neesham.
He is furious. I don't think this is going to help his mood. And Neesham stares at Asif Sheikh with the double teapot. What a strike. How often have we seen this in this competition? A drop catch, it's almost inevitably followed by a 4, or in this case a 6.
And in this case, it's probably just Jimmy Neesham not even being able to deliver that next ball properly, because he's so angry. You just lose focus of what you've got to do when a catch gets put down, and that is straight out the middle.
Squeezed away, 4 more. Wheels coming off here for the Bolts to touch. This partnership is flying, worth 85 now.
And how often have we seen this? When a team shows up on a Friday and is absolutely appalling in every department, and then they arrive on a Saturday and they look like the West Indies of the 80s. Unbeatable.
A couple of the turnarounds in form have been remarkable. There's a man under the pump, under the microscope, and very much facing the ire of this man. Partnership worth 89 now. Four more. Rather than there being a wicket in the over, it's gone for 17. It's 148 for 3.
DHI Happier Home. छुट्टै छ है
डिस्कोमा खेलको मजा छ बेग्लै हरेक खेल हेरिन्छ साथी होस् या एक्लै डिश होम खुशीको कनेक्सन
क्रिकेटमा जितको मजा र फोनमा टेक्नोको मजा कसैले बिट गर्न सक्दैन बिकज टेक्नो प्रोवाइड्स बेस्ट क्वालिटी बेस्ट सर्भिस एन्ड बेस्ट सिग्नल टेक्नो स्मार्टफोन रोजी बनाउनुहोस् आफ्नो चोइस भोपाल
Himstar for a complete home.
Well, all of a sudden it feels like the end of the first week of the tournament again. We had a really weird 3 days, didn't we, in the middle. Now here's the drop. No, these are the 6s, sorry. We're going to look at the drop in a moment. 6-4-4, the little salvo from Bapara. Count them up, chalk them up, do whatever you want. 150's up, and Mala's going to make them pay for that drop catch.
Seam is coming in for a pasting here. Kishore has gone for 33 already, and he's being given a third over, which is surprising considering the amount of options that they have, the Bolts.
I just wondered, would maybe the mystery spin of Sharmala have been the option? They seem to refuse to bowl left arm spin to Kushal Malla. Rajbanshi's been the bowler of the tournament, possibly. He's got 1 for 5 off 3 overs. Everyone else, well, is disappearing into the distance, into smithereens, like a plume of smoke in the background. Just want to show you this drop once more, HD. The reason why we've seen too many drop catches, I agree with you. The vast majority on that side of the ground with the sun coming down. That's not Mala's go-to shot. He was on 53, looking up towards the Chobar Hills into the sun. Plenty of fielders have misjudged it.
Now there, I just think he gets his hands a little bit too low. You want to try and get your hands up. Then you take the ball into your hands and then you pull it down into your chest. His hands were below chest height.
Just over the head of the extra cover fielders, right on the edge. It'll be 4 more. X-Factor Mala going into Glenn Maxwell mode here. The 100 partnerships come up. It's changed the game. It may well be changing the season for more than a couple of teams.
We might see a Dane Patterson moment on social media. For those of you who doubt me, watch this.
I could assure you Kushal is not that type. He's more likely to say, oh, I didn't play very well. I thought I should have got more runs, I'm sorry. Very humble and very cool. I do not understand it. Maybe I'm old school, H. Why do you try and scoop a ramp when you have the power that this man has?
Well, there's always a couple of things that I would look at. Now, I know that there's a lot of players who play this shot very well and it can be effective. But if I was a coach, and I'm only joking here, by the way, I would say if you weigh over a certain number, or if you're taller than a certain height, or you bench press more than a certain weight, you are not allowed to play that shot.
You can only go downtown. And I can promise you something. I've seen Kushal in the gym. It's him and Karen KC. Of any of the senior Nepal players, they bench the most by a distance. As strong as an ox. Good Yorker. Under pressure, Mahato. 2 to go. Surely Rajbanshi has to bowl his 4th and final, even if it's the 19th.
1 for 5 in 3 and you don't get another bowl. There would be some questions asked, surely. Captains are reluctant to bowl it so late on in the innings.
Maybe the most impressive thing of the entire assault or blitzkrieg here from the Rhinos. Nobody in the tournament has got after Mohammad Mohsin. Kushal Mala changed that.
Yeah, he has the advantage. I know Mohsin bowls a lovely wrong one, but he has the advantage of, if he does bowl the traditional leg spinner, that it does suit the left-hander. We've seen some captains be brave. We saw Harsh Thacker bowl the final over in an innings and be successful.
Low full toss is not a bad ball, and now you're not going to believe this. It's Jimmy Neesham with the misfield. Rajbanshi helps out his overseas player. It's 13 from the 18th, 161 for 3.
मैच को मिठो साथी रिजाल्स नमकीन जति खाए पनि खाउ खाउ लाग्ने
जहाँ पनि रम्पम छँदैछ नि रम्पम छँदैछ नि
Pond Super Light Gel with hyaluronic acid. 200% instant hydration. Miracles happen.
It's imagined at the intersection of design and technology. Brings the future of mobility to today's discerning sports motorcycling enthusiast. It looks like a motorcycle, but feels like a jet. When Manali told me she only goes in cars, I end up on the back of those all the time.
And on the top of your read, it says scooter.
Well, that's not a scooter.
Oh, no, that's not a scooter.
Maybe a juter. Is it? With all of that jet power. Love it. Here we go. Neesham to Bapara. He's had a really good tournament, isn't he, Ravi Bapara? Some may say, oh, well, he's in the autumn, maybe the winter of his career, but just has an ability to do it in all sorts of conditions, doesn't he?
I do think if anyone's going to put pressure on Rohit Padel's incredible tournament with the bat, I think it's, in my opinion, it's going to be Ravi Bopara. I still think he's very organised. I think he knows exactly what he's doing in T20 cricket. He's played over 400 games in T20 cricket. He reads the situations so well. It's not all crash, boom, bang. That's brilliantly bowled.
Does a lot of it in a kind of a rather understated way, despite his elegance, despite his timing. Has a lovely ability to... He's striking at 133 here. Hasn't played too many shots in anger. Good Yorker from Neesham. Need to find a way here, the Bolts, to take some momentum in. To do that, they need a good last 10 deliveries. Keep them under 180. Keep that chase at about 9 and over. It is a good batting surface. You just never know then. Monstrous. 6 more put down in the crowd, I believe. They say that pace is Mala's Achilles heel. He says, I'll still smash it out of the ground.
That's a hard cutter into the surface. But Neesham doesn't get the response from the pitch that he was hoping for. Mala just stands and helps himself. Such a strong man.
Full toss. Oh, just watch it sail towards long on and taken. Mala doesn't want to go just yet, but he'll have to walk off. No real celebration from Jimmy Neesham, as it's Anil Shah who this time holds the catch. It's a big one.
Pace taken off, full toss. Mala will be disappointed that he didn't get the result from the previous delivery instead. I'm going to say a redemption, but not really, because the amount of runs that were given away after the drop catch has been immense. A lovely innings, a return to form, we all hope, for Kushal Mala. 72 from 41 deliveries. That's some innings.
Basil Hamid to the crease will get a single. 2 right-handers in now. Is Lalit Rajbanshi maybe the best spin bowler in the tournament? Is he going to bowl the 20th now?
You've got to be reluctant to throw the ball to Kishore Mahata because he's gone for 40 and 3. I would go that way, and I would say, have you got a delivery to get Bopara off strike? Because Bopara is a good player of spin. But my best bowler needs to bowl that last over, and Rajbanshi surely is that man.
Another full toss. Bopara's not going to miss out on that. Just sat there to be hit. He moves to 44. The Rhinos go past 170. It's 173 for 4.
Pond Super Light Gel with hyaluronic acid. 200% instant hydration. Miracles happen.
Banking sector ma पहिलो पटक सिद्धार्थ बैंकले ल्याएको छ सिद्धार्थ रिवार्ड्स. यसमा पोइन्ट छ. सिद्धार्थ बैंक सम्बन्ध सधैँभरिलाई.
DHI Happier Home. छुट्टै छ है.
Tapaico, Asli Energy, Red Bull, Asli Nerozone.
We had 3 days, didn't we, before yesterday? where 100 played 80 and 120 played 50, and it didn't quite have the same joy or the same love. There were some very close games. We had a super over in the midst of that. But fans want to see runs, they want to see big hits, they want to see X Factor, they want to see Kushal Malla et al. Shining. And that's what we're getting here on the most perfect day for cricket, as it will be Lalit Rajbanshi to bowl the 20th. Basil Hamid is on strike. Rhinos already have their highest total of this NPL. Inside edge, critically Bopara gets on strike. That's not a bad result for the Rhinos. This was the dismissal of Kushal Malla. Not the greatest delivery, but good enough to get him to hole out to long on. Well held, Anil Saab. Five deliveries left, here we go. Bopara goes downtown, long off there. It's Lalit Rajbanshi again. Where has he been? And why is it waited till this long for him to come back into the attack? He strikes.
I can answer that for you. Matchups. It's like the Rubik's Cube and the yo-yo. It's the new fad, matchups. But it doesn't necessarily work all the time. They'll point to the fact now that he's got right-handers out. And it's a big one, Ravi Bopara, a good player of spin, but Rajbanshi has the better of him in this final over. Goes for 44, 174 for 5.
Sohail Tanvir to the crease as Lalit Rajbanshi, the tournament's leading wicket taker, is at it again. He's got 2 for 5 amidst the carnage. 4 deliveries left in the innings. Hit towards the leg side, splits the gap perfectly. Surely mid-wicket has to be straighter there.
I'm going to ask you a controversial question here. So if Carlos Brathwaite can retire himself out as a batter because the situation might not suit him, could Rajbanshi say, well, I can't finish this over, my hamstring's tight, and you bring on a right-hander?
I'm afraid not, Hilton, because that's against the spirit of cricket, the preamble to the laws of the game. You can retire out as a batter. It is a bit controversial. This will just be this single, you'd imagine, as Basil Hamid will be happy to have a go at the last 2. They might have to have a look at that retired out, joking aside, as the game goes forward, because you could make an argument that that's kind of against the spirit of the game, against the way the game is meant to be played. There'll be those who'll say, but hold on, it's in the laws, we're entitled to do it tactically if someone's struggling. Happened to young Lorcan Tucker, the Irish wicketkeeper batter playing for the Trinbago in the CPL. He was 25 off 25, he got yanked and in went Kyron Pollard, whoever, and smashed it everywhere. Funny old game, the modern one. 2 deliveries left. Well bowled. Single. Can the Bolts chase this down? Do they have a real chance, given the quality of that Rhinos bowling attack?
They do. Malanta's played well at the top of the order. You know, we've seen hints of what Jimmy Neesham is capable of doing. Anil Saar and Asif Sheikh at the top of the order. They've had the one good partnership between the 2 of them. They sort of give them steady starts, but both more than capable. It's a big chase, this, but it's a good wicket.
Yeah, Asif Sheikh needs runs, doesn't he? Anil Saar has shown why he's had the most unforgettable year personally. But 9 and over, at least that now, might even be a fraction more depending upon where this last ball goes, will be a tall task. Well bowled. What a spell. We'll talk about the batting in a moment, but for once let's talk about the bowling today, because Lalit Rajbanshi, in an innings where everyone else basically has gone at more than 10s, the exception of Harsh Thakur, has bowled 4 overs and he's taken 2 for 11. To be the premier left-arm spinner in this country is a real title of repute, and he wears it with pride, and he deserves to be called the premier left-arm spinner in the country. What a set of 4 overs.
Sits top of the bunch, highest wicket taker. And there's plenty being discussed while making their way off the field here. And
DHI Happier Home छुट्टै छ है
तपाईको असली एनर्जी रेड बुल असली नै रोजौं
डिस्कोमा खेलको मजा छ बेग्लै हरेक खेल हेरिन्छ साथी होस् या एक्लै डिश होम खुशीको कनेक्सन
म्याचको मिठो साथी रिजाल्स नमकीन जति खाए पनि खाउ खाउ लाग्ने तिमीलाई गुलाब साह्रै मन पर्छ है अनि चन्दनको सुगन्धले मनलाई शान्त र पवित्र बनाउँछ
मङ्गलदीप गुलाब चन्दन पूजा अगरबत्ती
सिद्धार्थ एसआईपी मा लगानी किन गर्ने आफ्नो बच्चाको उज्जवल भविष्यको लागि आनन्दसँग रिटायरमेन्ट बिताउनको लागि आफ्नो सपनाको घर बनाउनको लागि लङ टर्ममा धेरै फाइदा पाउनको लागि त्यसैले सिद्धार्थ एसआईपी मा हरेक महिना सानो सानो लगानी गरी लङ टर्ममा धेरै फाइदा पाउनुहोस् सिद्धार्थ एसआईपी आज एसआईपी भोलि वीआईपी
भाइ दुईटा चिसो रेड बुल गर्दिनु न भाइ रेड बुल के दिएको यो रेड बुल भनेपछि रेड बुलले चाहिन्छ
Red Bull. असली नै रोजौं
म त पैसा लिन्छु आइमी पेमा चाहियो के र खर्च गर्न सजिलो कार्डबाटै किन्छु म लिन्छु म ब्याज पनि पाइन्छ हो विदेशबाट आएको रकम
वेलकम टु आइमी पे वालेट आइमी पे भए चाहियो के छ सबै सेट
Legends rise through greatness and lead with their actions. From a timeless legacy to inspiring a nation, legends choose the ball. Drive like a legend. Drive the ball.
And the winner of Miss Nepal World 2023 is Miss DHI, Sricha Pradhan.
नमस्कार, म मिस नेपाल र मिस DHI श्रिचा प्रधान। मेरो यो जितको खुसीमा मलाई साथ दिने DHI ले हजुरहरूको घरमा पनि धेरै खुसी ल्याउनेछ। Wishing you all a happier home.
DHI, happier home. छुट्टै छ है
मेरो नम्बर मेरै चोइस आफुलाई मन पर्ने नम्बर छानेर लिनुहोस् खेलाडीलाई तताउने चक्का चक्का चिच्याउने स्टेडियम गुन्जाउने
Himstar for a complete home.
Pond Super Light Gel with hyaluronic acid. 200% instant hydration. Miracles happen.
कफी होस् हरेक दिन हुनेछ सधैँ delightful
सुजल डेयरीको उत्कृष्ट उत्पादन डिलाइट डेयरी व्हाइटनरले अब हरेक दिन डिलाइटफुल।
Neoco world-class range of solar water heaters, water purifiers, chimneys र ग्यास हब्सले तपाईं र तपाईंको घरको पूर्ण रूपमा केयर गर्छ किनकि नियोले बुझेको छ your way of quality living।
Himstar for a complete home.
Legends rise through greatness and lead with their actions. From a timeless legacy to inspiring a nation, legends choose the ball. Drive like a legend. Drive the ball.
तिमलाई गुलाब साह्रै मन पर्छ है अनि चन्दनको सुगन्धले मनलाई शान्त र पवित्र बनाउँछ।
मङ्गलदीप गुलाब चन्दन पूजा अगरबत्ती।
तर यो जिद्दी दाग यो निकाल्न इजी छ। सर्फ एक्सेल इजी वाश यसको 10 हातको शक्ति छ यस्तो जसले जिद्दी दाग निकाल्न गर्छ इजी। सर्फ एक्सेल इजी वाश।
Himstar for a complete home. Himstar for a complete home.
I dare to express myself freely. I dare to aim with precision. I dare to explore new paths, fueled by ambition. And
हरूलाई पूरा गर्नुस्, खुलेर जिउनुस्। सानीमा रिलायन्स लाइफ इन्स्योरेन्स, खुलेर जियौं।
चिया होस् वा कफी होस् हरेक दिन हुनेछ सधैँ delightful
सुजल डेयरीको उत्कृष्ट उत्पादन डिलाइट डेयरी व्हाइटनरले अब हरेक दिन डिलाइटफुल।
विदेश घुमघामको फन एनसेल रोमिङले थप्छ छन्। बेस्ट रोमिङ प्याक्स रु 100 देखि सुरु। डाउनलोड एनसेल एप नाउ or dial *123#.
Home.
Watch NPL on the go on Ncell app. Unlimited YouTube and other NPL packs. Download Ncell app now or dial *123#9#.
And the winner of Miss Nepal World 2023 is Miss DHI, Sricha Pradhan.
नमस्कार, म मिस नेपाल र मिस DHI श्रिचा प्रधान। मेरो यो जितको खुसीमा मलाई साथ दिने DHI ले हजुरहरूको घरमा पनि धेरै खुसी ल्याउनेछ। Wishing you all a happier home.
DHI, happier home. छुट्टै छ है। Neoco world-class range of solar water heaters, water purifiers, chimneys र ग्यास हब्सले तपाईं र तपाईंको घरको पूर्ण रूपमा केयर गर्छ किनकि नियोले बुझेको छ your way of quality living।
Himstar for a complete home.
तिमलाई गुलाब साह्रै मन पर्छ है अनि चन्दनको सुगन्धले मनलाई शान्त र पवित्र बनाउँछ।
मङ्गलदीप गुलाब चन्दन पूजा अगरबत्ती।
Legends rise through greatness and lead with their actions. From a timeless legacy to inspiring a nation, legends choose the ball. Drive like a legend. Drive the ball.
I dare to express myself freely. I dare to aim with precision. I dare to explore new paths, fueled by ambition and unshakable focus. I dare to imagine a world where innovation isn't just a concept, but a reality. I dare to overcome every hurdle and shine like a beacon. Presidential Graduate School, where every step leads to a new adventure.
Legends rise through greatness and lead with their actions. From a timeless legacy to inspiring a nation, legends choose the ball. Drive like a legend. Drive the ball.
Join us and the ranks of thousands of successful students who have unlocked their full potential.
बच्चाको उज्जवल भविष्यको लागि आनन्दसँग रिटायरमेन्ट बिताउनको लागि आफ्नो सपनाको घर बनाउनको लागि लङ टर्ममा धेरै फाइदा पाउनको लागि
Chitwan University International Cricket Stadium. Chitwan Rhinos taking on the Janakpur Bolts in match number 25. And opting to bat first, the Chitwan Rhinos have put on a show with the bat. By far their best performance so far in this edition. They got 180 for 5, and it's the captain who came to the fore, leading from the front. He bludgeoned his way to 72 in 41 deliveries. And with Ravi Bopara, he stitched a partnership of 113 runs for the 4th wicket. That was the turning point when it came to the Chitwan Rhinos batting. They made full use of the toss and the conditions on offer, and they powered themselves to 180 for 5 in 20 overs. As many as 7 bowlers used here for the Janakpur Bolts, and it was once again Lalit Rajbanshi who was the pick of the bowlers. 2 for 11, as many as 17 dots, and that's been the highlight and feature of his bowling all through the NPL. Hardik Yadav was dealt severely as he was hit for 3 sixes in 1 over by Kushal Malla. Jamie Neesham as well had an off day at work today. 1 for 37 in his 4 runs. Very unlike a Neesham performance in the bowling department. It's been the batters who've made merry in good conditions, and they have now given the Janakpur Bolts an uphill task to chase down 181 in 20 overs. I'm Mikhail Vaswani, alongside me, Monali Patel. Good afternoon, Monali.
Good afternoon, Mikhail. We're in for some chase here. We've got a massive total on the cards. The Bolts need a whole 181 to try and pull off a win. They wanted to finish in the top 2, and they've met a very strong side in the Rhinos. The fans have come out, fans for both sides, in fact, but it's not going to be an easy task. It's an uphill task, especially knowing the 2 bowlers that start things off for the Rhinos. To start things off with the bat, though, it's Anil Kumar Saha, the skipper. A highest score of 62 against the Karnali Yaks. And he's got to deal with the likes of Sohail Tanveer, Rijal Brothers. And it's not going to be easy first up, knowing that both of those have exceptional control of the ball. They're wicket takers. They bowl in the right areas. And at the other end, the non-strikers end, is going to be Asif Sheikh to start things off. 91 runs, a best of 36. He's gotten starts, but he hasn't gone on to get a big one yet. Maybe today's the day. His team's going to hope that today's the day.
Yes, he's had a couple of 30s to his credit, but he'll be up against 2 very fine seamers. Richard Dakal has caught everyone's attention. He gets the ball to come in sharply in the air off the seam as well. A best of 3 for 10, 11 wickets for him, right on top. He's in the top wicket takers list. What a man to hand up front for the Chitwan Rhinos. They've been known as a side that has thrived in bowling conditions, but today they showed it with the bat. Just the cushion the bowlers will be looking for as well, and Rijal Brothers will be keen to make this occasion count as well for his side.
We said when the game started, the batting had not been the best for the Rhinos, and boy, did they pick the right time to show up with the bat. Playing for everything. They want to try and be one of the top 4 sides, and they really did show up with the bat today. Now they got to finish the job with the ball.
Yeah, time for play. They'll have to get their runs at over 9 and over. That's where the pressure starts for them. Asking rate to begin with from ball 1 is 9.
Now another high-scoring contest in the afternoon game. Saw another one yesterday. Kings 181. That was against the Rhinos. Today it's the Rhinos that have put on a big one of 180.
Driven handsomely. And they'll race away for a 4 as well. What a way to get off the mark. First runs on the board for the Janakpur Bowls. And they are in hot pursuit of 181.
It's got the crowd up on their feet, and why not? It's a good way to start for the Janakpur Bowls. There's confidence in the shot. A bit too full and width on offer as well. And this is driven beautifully. Raced away to the boundary. Another super 4 powered by Encel.
Yeah, and you can see the wicketkeeper as well now standing up. Just ensuring the batter does not give the charge. Anil Kumar Shah has been in form in this tournament. Yeah, back of the length. That's the important feature of any bowler, how you come back after being hit for a 4 very early in your over.
Rijal Brothers is known to get some early movement as well. Swings it in nicely into the right-hander. In fact, picked up a second wicket yesterday with an absolute gem.
Yeah, seeing a lot of movement in the field as well, a lot of changes. Really understandable. You want to ensure that you bowl to your field. Look at that, 11 wickets for him. 3 for 10 against the Avengers, 2 for 33 against the Royals, 3 for 29 against the Lions. His economy also has been good, which has been a highlight and hallmark of a good bowler. Oh, very lucky there, the bowler, I reckon.
This was quite wide. Well past the blue line.
I'll tell you what happens, Manali, sometimes when the keeper is standing up. Just makes it all the more difficult for the umpire as well to ascertain how far it's gone. But over here, I want to believe it was way outside that wide line as well. But good keeping too, great glove work. Beautiful. That's Anil Kumar Shah. Just leant into it. Fuller presenting the full face of the bat. He's absolute class in the middle when in full flow.
This is driven exceptionally well. It shows just the amount of form that this man is in right now. Waits on it, and then he places it, times it to absolute perfection. There's no stopping that. It was dead straight. He was always going to run across the grass for a boundary.
You've got to keep pace with that asking rate, remember, when you're chasing a big score. Fuller in the air, and that's taken as well. And it's Sohail Tanvir.
Sohail Tanvir held on to a catch. Oh my word. It is all coming alive for the Rhinos here. Anil saw the skipper just when he was starting to look like he was going to make a big total for himself. He's chipped this one straight to the hands of Sohail Tanvir at mid-wicket. It was a bobble. It was a bobble, but this time he holds on. Celebration for Rijal Brothers. He has been a wicket taker. And despite the 2 boundaries, he strikes back with a wicket of the skipper. Shah gone for 8 off 6. It's 8 for 1.
Neoco solar water heaters, water purifiers, chimneys, the gas hobs le buzeko cha. Your way of quality living.
Tapayko Asli Energy Red Bull Asli Nerozo.
Can't wait, won't wait. Sunfeast Dark Fantasy.
Tapayko Asli Energy Red Bull Asli Nerozo.
Milanta has been in the peak of his powers in this tournament, the leading run scorer for his side. And his numbers certainly exude a lot of confidence. A best of 75 unbeaten, a 30 and a 50 to his credit. And it's going to be Sohail Tanvir now from the combox end, who will bowl over number 2.
It is all happening. Started with 2 boundaries. And then Rijal Brothers had different plans. Picked up the dangerous batter, Sohail Tanvir, who's been exceptional. Best of 5 for 21. He started the tournament in some fantastic form. Used to be the leading wicket taker as well. Great economy as well. And then he's just sort of passed on the baton to Rijal Brothers, or I should say Rijal Brothers taken it.
Misfield. They'll get a single. They'll bring Malanta on strike. Yeah, I'd want to believe Dakal brought up a change of pace in the delivery to induce a wicket. Smart bowling.
Just went a bit straighter than he would have liked. Wanted to get past that fielder, Sohail Tanvir. Just feel like Rhinos, it might just be their day, because even Sohail Tanvir's picked up a catch now. He's dropped 2 in 2 games. In fact, it's cost him the game both times.
Yeah, but he's taken one very early today.
Do you think that's the best place to have him in the field?
Yeah, Milanta will get our strike. Well, he's taken a catch at mid-wicket. Yeah, he's got at the right place for sure. As long as you take your catches. Well, usually you see pacers at fine leg, long off, rather third. In the outfield, very rarely do you see tall, lanky pacers. Jimmy Anderson, for that matter, used to stand in the slips. Monali. And there's the man, Rijal Brothers. Wow, what a performer he's been. He's got everyone's attention. He can be the MVP as well. Stood out with bowlers like Kishore Mahato, Nandan Yadav. Great signs for Nepal cricket. We did see Rashid Khan as well do well early in the day with the ball. So there's a lot of pacers coming out of Nepal cricket, particularly from the NPL.
There's been a lot of talent overall that's come out of this Nepal Premier League. We're talking about bowlers, the spinners, the pacers, the batters as well. I think Nepal's got a lot of good things going for them. It also might make a bit of a problem up at the top as they try and select their squad of 15. A good problem to have when you've got a lot of depth. I actually know that girl. She works for the ICC. We work together.
Monali, you know everybody. And Monali knows everyone in Nepal, and everybody in Nepal now knows Monali as well.
That is very inaccurate, Mikhail, but I definitely know her. Sarah Bag. She actually works for the ICC. She's one of the master educators. And she does a lot of development work, coaches a lot of kids, tries to bring equity in sport. And that's what she's here for in Nepal, actually. She's working on bringing equity into cricket here in Nepal. Try and get some more girls into the action. She's a phenomenal person.
Big shout out to Sarah and her team as well for the good work they are doing in associate cricket and women's cricket. So nice to see her sitting there and enjoying a very fine game of cricket unfolding here at the TU Stadium.
After a few fireworks in the first over, it's just slowed down a little bit, thanks to Sohail Tanvir, who's, despite the wide, has started to bowl some really good deliveries. The dot balls, they're adding on. When you're chasing and you need almost 10 runs and over, these are gold.
Wrapped on the pads, caught in the crease. Sohail Tanvir strikes. 2 down are the bowls, chasing 180, and the Rhinos are rising high in this contest.
This is a big wicket. They really needed Milantha today, and the Bulls are now going to lose him early. Sohail Tanvir, this is coming sharply. And you'd assume it's going to go on to hit the stumps. The finger goes up. Milanta just maybe trying to show to the umpire that the angle may be taking it away, but it's not going to work. He's gone for 1 off 4. It's 12 for 2.
Pond Super Light Gel with hyaluronic acid. 200% instant hydration. Miracles happen.
आफ्ना हरेक चिन्ताहरू अब हामीलाई छोडिदिनुस्। तपाईको भोलिको भरपर्दो साथी सानीमा रिलायन्स लाइफ इन्स्योरेन्स खुलेर जियौं।
I dare to overcome every hurdle and shine like a beacon. Presidential Graduate School, where every step leads to a new adventure.
म्याचको मिठो साथी रिजाल्स नमकीन जति खाए पनि खाउ लाग्ने।
The middle. And both the left arm paces for the Rhinos are spewing venom at the moment. And for the bowls to make a chase out of this man has to strike form. Asif Sheikh.
This one's coming sharply. Despite all the efforts by Milanta, just trying to show maybe it's missing. The umpire doesn't think so. The finger goes up. Soil Tunviri strikes. Both opening bowlers have now picked up a wicket. The Bolts are in trouble. Tucker 25 off 25 in the last game. He did well to anchor the innings, but today it's going to take more than just anchoring. Today he's going to have to swing the bat.
Bipin Rawal standing up to the pacer once again. And nicely fielded off his own bowling. And the pressure is mounting. And with the keeper standing up, he's negating the charge from the batter as well. But what I really liked about Dakal is that he's thrived alongside Sohail Tanvir and grown as a bowler as this tournament has progressed, Manali.
When you'd assume that that's the right thing to do, you want to use the mentors that you have around you. It accelerates your learning, it accelerates your growth, and he's done that really well, Dakal.
Yeah, lovely delivery. He's mixing it up well. He's getting the back of the length delivery. He's getting the one that comes in. And this one was right underneath the bat. When you bowl in the width of the stumps, you force the batter to play a false shot.
This one's nearly chopped on. It was very full. Trying to squeeze it into the offside. Asif Sheikh. He's feeling a bit of pressure, isn't he? 1 off 5. He's lost 2 batters at the other end already.
Time since the last boundary, 10 deliveries. Nicely played. It was in the air, but it's in the gap as well. That'll be a 4. First one for Asif. And the third for the Bolts.
There's just nothing more pleasing to the eyes than a good-looking cover drive. And he gets a hold of this one. Rijal Brothers, really good, but just in the slot to be driven away this time. Gets a good stride into it as well. And Asif Sheikh helps himself to 4 runs, much needed runs. They finally pick up a boundary.
Yeah, they'll have to keep the scoreboard ticking. There's no other option here. Beautiful. It's a very elegant batter, Asif Sheikh.
This was a much better length from Rijal Brothers. Just pulling the length back ever so slightly. Have to reach as a batter, not quite in the driving slot that you need.
Yeah, just drawing the batter forward, but watch out for Dakal's deceptive change-up. It's very hard to pick from his hands, and that's how Anil Shah has well departed. He just leaves that delivery. Wow! That's a massive hit. Stand and deliver across the line, and that's blundered into the cushions. 4 to end the over, 8 coming off it. It's 20 for 2.
Watch NPL on the go on Ncell app, unlimited YouTube and other NPL packs. Download Ncell app now or dial *123*9#.
happier home. Today sa hai.
Legends rise through greatness and lead with their actions. From a timeless legacy to inspiring a nation, legends choose the ball. Drive like a legend. Drive the ball.
Color amongst wickets as well. The Bulls have enjoyed chasing in the past. They started off the campaign winning 3 matches on the trot chasing targets.
The Bulls fans in their blue and pink, and the Rhinos fans, they're all out here today. They've been thoroughly entertained. Plenty of action in that first innings. It should be a fairly entertaining innings in the second as well. The Bulls are 21 for 2 at this stage. The Rhinos are 26 for 1. That one wicket can make a big difference, especially in a chase. In a chase where you need plenty of runs.
Oh yeah, and 2 of the form batters who've been amongst runs, the leading run getters for the Bulls, are back in the dugout. That's the concern here for Pubudu Dasanaike and his boys. You've seen Lahiru Milanta getting heaps of runs and Anil Sai as well striking form. I've liked the way Malla has come out. That's Pubudu Dasanaike, the coach of the Janakpur Bolts. They are through into the playoffs, but he wanted a top 2 finish. That's still very much on for them. But at the moment, the focus is on this chase, and it's not looking great currently. Yeah, there's something on the way, Bipin Rawal says, but that'll be a wide.
He looks a bit perplexed, Sohail Tanvir. Maybe just catching that back pad, the back leg on the way. Given a wide nonetheless.
Yeah, 2 for the taking. Will they challenge the arm of the field? Oh, this could be a mix-up. He throws it at the wrong end. Tucker was halfway down and he was struggling. Very lucky for him, the ball wasn't thrown at the bowler's end. It would have been wicket number 3.
Been run out once before, not too long ago. He doesn't want to lose his wicket in this fashion, Harsh Tucker. Got to keep it together. Thought he might have had a chance with the second. I tell you, even if they would have gone for the second, he would have been struggling at that end.
Yeah, there he is. Good catch. Thank you to Kalti.com. For every catch you take in the crowd, you receive 25,000 Nepali rupees. And there is the man at the moment. In fact, 2 of them went on to take a catch. So, wow, double delight. Yeah, that's for the second match, Manali. There he is. Show your face, young man.
Kalti.com, our official ticketing partner. Tell you what, it's not very easy taking a crowd catch, especially if we've got so many people around. You got to judge the ball. You got to try and fight the people off because you want to take the catch. Exceptional.
And Monali, sometimes the ball catches the hand in the crowd as well. So that's how you can also earn 20,000 Nepali rupees, 25.
As long as it catches the head and not the head.
Catches, wins, prizes as well, not just matches. And this is why Chitwan Rhinos, if they get the runs on the board, they can be a very dangerous side, Monali. That's because from both sides, the bowlers will just come and bowl at you.
I think that's been really impressive about the Rhinos is they picked up a win early, then it was a loss, then a win, then it's 2 back-to-back losses. And today, when it's really mattered, they've come in exceptionally strong. And not just that, but their highlights and positives in that batting lineup. An area that they've struggled with has now finally found some form.
You made a good point, because time and again when we would talk about the Rhinos, we would talk about Bopara and his impact. We would see him as the anchor, the accumulator, the aggressor. And all of a sudden now the side looks more equipped in the batting department.
It's the end of the fourth. It's 24 for 2.
NPL Live को unlimited excitement तपाईकै हातमा. Catch the live stream, highlights, NPL packs, free tickets, games and more from NPL with Ncell app. Download Ncell app now.
सुजल डेयरीको उत्कृष्ट उत्पादन डिलाइट डेयरी व्हाइटनरले अब हरेक दिन डिलाइटफुल.
DHI happier home. Today sahi.
The Tribhuvan University International Cricket Stadium. It's a great vibe, incredible atmosphere, and the decibels keep going high as the teams put out some wonderful performances. He had a lovely outing with the bat. He's had a great showing with the ball as well in the tournament. It's captain Kushal Malla.
.72 with the bat today. He looked practically unstoppable with the bat. Smoked them all around the park. We want to try and come and pick up some wickets.
This one's in the air. Has he found the fielder? Not really. Goes over him. You have to take your chances in the power play overs. And Harsh Thakur is doing just that.
He's a young man with an intelligent head on his shoulders. It's a fairly safe shot as well. He just needed to clear that fielder on screen, and he does that really well. Picks up a boundary.
And soon after that shot, mid-off comes in and mid-on pushes back. Yeah, just makes room for himself. The bowler followed him. By the end of it, they'll get an extra run and an extra delivery as well.
Trying to give himself some room. He saw that maybe this time I'd have to go through the offside. And the bowler trying to cramp him from room, unfortunately just went a bit too far.
There's so many teams, Manali, will be watching this match with so much of interest and hoping the Bolts put it past, because if the Rhinos go through, they can gate crash into quite a few parties, let me tell you that.
Yeah, they would definitely end the party for the Pakara Avengers and the Biratnagar Kings if they win today. The Rhinos, 4 points each to them. If Rhinos win today, they fall into the category of the 8-point scene.
Yeah, shot at the stump, so he's a goner. Harsh Thakur has to walk back, a direct hit. The Rhinos can do no wrong in the field. That'll be referred upstairs, but the body language very, very clear. Thakur has to take the long walk back.
Well, yes, they need runs. Yes, you want to rotate the strike, but this was never meant to be a single. Hit it straight to the fielder. He's not even in the frame. He's gone by miles. The throw coming in by Buddhi Pradhan. Third umpire, Buddhi Pradhan.
What a throw. Well, this is suicidal and Thakur will have to walk back. Problems plenty here for the Bolts. Thakur departs for 6. It's 31 for 3.
I dare to overcome every hurdle and shine like a beacon. Presidential Graduate School, where every step leads to a new adventure.
तर यो जिद्दी दाग यो निकाल्न इजी छ सर्फ एक्सेल इजी वाश यसको 10 हातको शक्ति छ यस्तो जसले जिद्दी दाग निकाल्न गर्छ इजी सर्फ एक्सेल इजी वाश
What an outing the Rhinos are having. It's Super Saturday for them for sure. They got 180 with the bat and now they have the balls on 31 for 3 inside 5 overs. Yeah, they've executed their plans to perfection and Malla has been a completely different leader on display. More proactive, taking the mantle upon himself.
Shubkan Soccer, best of 22. Coming in with 3 wickets down. It's a dot to end the 5th. The Bulls 31 for 3.
DHI happier home. छुट्टै छ है
म त निर्धक्क छु प्रभु इन्स्योरेन्स छ साथ अनि तपाईको
Prabhu Insurance, protecting your future.
Himstar for a complete home.
Well, if you look at that exact graphic right there, you're going, game on. Bolts are right there, close to the Rhinos, even though they've lost 2 more wickets. The problem is, Kushal Malla went absolutely ballistic in the latter half of that first innings. And now the Bolts are left with it all to do. Maybe a little surprised that they haven't gone with Jimmy Neesham in at number 5. Means there's 2 right-handers at the crease and the Rhinos can just bowl their left-arm spinners away. Now every day we have a sparkling smile, fan of the match, thanks to Happy Dent. And it's a Super Saturday winner there. She is without doubt our star with that sparkling smile. Hey, and a bit of dance moves to go with it. Nice Happy Dent hamper on its way to you, madam. Slog swept, nicely played, couple of bounces and gets to the rope as I welcome Hilton Ackerman.
We come on air and the word matchups. Yeah, right-handers at the crease, so the introduction of left-arm spin. This is a good stroke. Purposely trying to sweep it straight rather than square. They control the angle of the sweep shot through the placement of their front foot, the right-hander.
Can't beat the cover point fielder. Yeah, seems to be a lot of what we're talking about on air and off air. Has been obviously occasions it's really worked, and there's been other occasions where just cannot see the sense in it. One thing is for certain though, allied with the run out and the wicket apiece to the 2 left armers that open the bowling, there is no doubt that the Rhinos are right on top. It's a lovely extra cover drive. We've asked for the local batters to stand up, and it's a chance for Kansakar to do exactly that, his second boundary.
A little bit of width. That cover region is very, very congested. So to find the gap, that takes a little bit of skill.
That will wrap up the power play. 8 runs come from Ranjit's first. It's 39 for 3.
Stock Fantasy.
Himstar for a complete home.
DHI Happier Home. Today sahi.
Join us and the ranks of thousands of successful students who have unlocked their full potential by pursuing their education overseas. Right Path Career Counseling.
Already would love to make it an all-round performance with a couple of wickets to his name. Asif Sheikh, he's going to be the one who'll have to anchor this chase and then allow the likes of Kansakar and maybe Jimmy Neesham in next to provide that explosive power. Kansakar wants a change of bat. He's getting that right now. Sohail Tanvir, I have no doubt, breathed a heavy sigh of relief when he held that catch. That would have been quite the package, wouldn't it, if he dropped that with, alongside the two other dollies he put down.
It wasn't the cleanest of grabs either.
Worked into the leg side for a single. Okay, Manali Patel is pitch side. Let's see who she's got with her.
Thank you so much, Lenny. I've actually got the owner of the Rhinos. It's Ayush Neopane. Thank you so much for joining us. What do you think of the game so far? You've really showed up today.
I'm enjoying the game. I think we've batted amazingly. This is the first time, I think, in this whole innings we've got the highest score out of all the innings that we've played. They look good. They look good. We're just wishing the wickets fall apart as soon as they can.
This is the first edition of the Nepal Premier League. A lot of exciting things happening here. I mean, you just look at the fans. What got you into it and know that you wanted to own a team here?
Yeah, I mean, I've been a cricket fan since my childhood, you know, and when I came back from Australia, I was studying there. When I came back and then this opportunity to own a sports team and then own a cricket team especially, when the opportunity arose, I mean, I just jumped to it. That's pretty much why I got the team. It's mainly because of passion, my passion towards cricket, and just to see our boys, Nepali players, grow as much as they can.
And that's just gone for 4. Unfortunately, that's a drop catch. Now, you're fairly new at this. How did you go about with the auction? I mean, what sort of expertise did you bring in when you were picking your side?
When we got the team, we brought in our head coach, Umesh Patwal. I mean, he's a genius. A tactical genius as well, and he does really well with, he knows the players since he was the national coach for the Nepal team as well. So we bought him and our technical analyst, Mr. Rajan Shah. He's helped us a lot in the auction, as well as our assistant coach, Kalam Ali. So I've got to give credit where it's due. So it's all on those three. They've got the squad, it's quite balanced. We focus more on composition. I think we were unlucky with the lucky draws because we got, I think, 0 out of 6, but you know, we've still got a balanced side. We focus more on the composition side of it.
Yeah, it's really important to have that support staff around you and the expertise. And you've mentioned it's a fairly balanced side. Are there any key players that really stood out to you?
I think Sohail Tanvir was an amazing addition to the team because he's helped our young squad, especially Rizan Thakal, left-arm pacer. He was a very good addition. Ravi Bopara, his expertise that he brought to the team and our squad, that was amazing. I think those two were quite the addition that we wanted, and they've been amazingly effective.
And how about your skipper's knock today? He was outstanding.
We were just waiting for those knocks, you know. We were waiting for that knock this nine innings, and today he came up with it. I mean, I'm stoked. I'm stoked to see, and I hope he enjoys it as well. Hopefully, that boosts his confidence.
Neoco solar water heaters, water purifiers.
Well, it's the following that blows your mind, isn't it? What is your thought on all of this and the future of it?
I mean, the fan support has been amazing. I mean, I didn't expect this to happen, and I don't think anybody did. Even NPL was not expecting this kind of feedback from fans, you know. So that has been amazing. That has been amazing, and we wish this continues. We want to see the league grow. IPL is there. We can take a lot of inspiration from IPL as well as BPL and CPL that have been going on. So there's a lot of other leagues that we can be inspired from and we can learn from.
And where do you take it from here, going into next year's edition, knowing that this is only going to continue to grow?
I'm planning a few amazing things. I mean, I'm not going to reveal everything to you right now, but yeah, we've got some amazing things planned to take our team further. International maybe. We're planning something internationally as well. So hopefully that goes well.
Are you from Chitwan?
Yes. I'm from Chitwan. That's why, I mean, when we went for the bid, we only went for one team. It was Chitwan. We didn't want any other team.
Absolutely. So you're supporting your home side. Is there anything that you want to say finally, whether to the fans who supported you or to your side?
I mean, I'm just going to say thank you to all the fans. The support has been amazing. Yeah, thank you to the fans that have come here. And today there were 7 buses that have come from Chitwan, you know. So you can see it in the crowd. The support, I mean, it's amazing. I mean, hope it continues for the next seasons as well.
Absolutely. Well, listen, thank you so much for taking the time to talk to us, and best of luck in this tournament as well as today, obviously.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you for your time.
Back up to you guys.
Thanks so much. Great to hear from some of the people behind the teams that have helped make this inaugural MPL such a success. Really has been. On almost every front, there's some of the VVIPs cheering the Rhinos on. Did see a misfield, and the 500th four of the tournament whilst we're on that interview gets us to the end of the 8th. It's 56 for 3.
Welcome to IME Pay Wallet. IME Pay bhaye chahiyo ke cha sabai set.
Watch NPL on the go on Ncell app, unlimited YouTube and other NPL packs. Download Ncell app now or dial *123*9#.
Tapayko Asli Energy Red Bull Asli Nerozone.
I dare to overcome every hurdle and shine like a beacon. Presidential Graduate School, where every step leads to a new adventure.
Well, you're probably not going to believe me when I say this. After 8 overs in the first innings, the Chitwan Rhinos were 56 for 3. The Janakpur Bolts are 56 for 3. Half an appeal. You can never really get one going in your favour when the batter is that far down. The challenge, though, when you bat first, you've got no scoreboard pressure. You can just swing away merrily, particularly with wickets in hand like Bapara and Mala did. Bowled him. He's shown his stumps to Mala, and Mala says, I'll hit them, thank you very much. Runs and now wickets for the captain of the Rhinos.
Well, he walks a long way across and then almost looks back as if to say, what are they doing there? Yeah, that is a complete misjudgment. He's lost his stumps in more ways than one. Shubhankar goes for 15. The Bolts, they're actually in a spot of bother here, 56 for 4.
Jimmy Neesham to the crease. He's shown a few flashes of brilliance, hasn't he? A big, tall Kiwi all-rounder, 34 years young. Tells me that he's still playing some of the best cricket of his career. He's going to need to. The Bolts to have any chance, I think Neesham's going to need probably 50, 60 plus, and at a quick rate too. Very capable of doing it, and he'll like this matchup, the left-arm spinner bowling to him. Wonder what his approach will be. Is he going to go after it from ball 1, or will he just take his time, maybe adjust to the conditions at first? Now, this wasn't as extreme as Lokesh Bam's leave onto the stumps, but it was another surreal dismissal.
Wasn't going to take long for Jimmy Neesham. Yeah, you're right. I mean, he walks across because he just wants to nudge this away on the leg side for a single, but then almost looks back in horror as if to say, well, those stumps aren't meant to be there. They're meant to be on the offside.
It's the reaction as much as the dismissal. I don't know if you know that meme, the one online. I don't know who it is. The guy who just points his hands at things. There's a little bit of that to it, isn't there? It's that one. Do you know the one I'm talking about here, HD, where he looks at things that make no sense and he goes like that. You seen it?
You're asking the wrong person about if he's seen something on social media. Right. Okay.
Monstrous! Oh, that's a biggie. Not sure if it's held up there. We might not even be able to tell. It's Neesham or bust potentially for the Bolts at 64 for 4.
सुजल डेयरीको उत्कृष्ट उत्पादन डिलाइट डेयरी व्हाइटनरले अब हरेक दिन डिलाइटफुल
तपाईँको असली एनर्जी रेड बुल असली नै रोजौं
Finish here. If Neesham's still about in 7-8 overs time, I think we will.
If he's there near the back end, they'll be very, very close because he hurt that Kookaburra. That went a long, long way back.
Now, bit of pressure on this man. Amar Singh Rotella bowled 1 over, none for 24 yesterday, including, I think it was 2 no balls and a couple of wides. Can he bounce back? It was a bit of a long hop from Mala, but as you said, he climbed into it, Neesham. Ouch.
So Neesham's top score is 40 here in this tournament, but he's striking it at 160. So if he does spend some time there, because of the nature of the way he bats, this could be fun.
One of the things about Jimmy Neesham, I didn't really know about him. Actually, the first time I met him in person at this tournament, he's a lot taller and kind of more physically built than I thought. When you see him on the television playing for New Zealand amongst other massive units, as New Zealand tend to have, he doesn't really stand out. But here in Nepal, well, he's kind of a giant amongst men, isn't he? And if he gets going, he hits a big, big ball.
The only problem is that he's got to do it consistently for a period of time here, because there's still 116 required for victory. When he was in his pomp playing for New Zealand, Jimmy Neesham, he was the finisher. He would have to come in and get 25 off 8 or something.
Gets the single. The crowd are almost just wanting a close finish, aren't they? All the close finishes we've seen over the last few days have come in the morning games. Super overs, 1-run victories, 3-run victories, 5-run victories. Are we going to get a vintage Saturday afternoon classic with a full house on a Super Saturday? The fates of 2 teams, the Pakara Rhinos and the Baratnagar Kings, are lying upon it. Asif Sheikh pulls this one away and gives it away. And out comes the Ronaldo celebration. There is a bounce back from Amar Singh Rotella. Well bowled.
Picked up the only man away there on the leg side boundary. Simple catch, and yes, it's a much better start. Much better start for Rotella, not so much for the Bolts. They are now 5 down for 66, and the players are going to have a drink.
Winter Fresh. Freshness that bonds.
Legends rise through greatness and lead with their actions. From a timeless legacy to inspiring a nation, legends choose the ball. Drive like a legend. Drive the ball.
Himsta for a complete home.
Pond Super Light Gel with hyaluronic acid. 200% instant hydration. Miracles happen.
Himsta for a complete home.
सुजल डेरीको उत्कृष्ट उत्पादन डिलाइट डेयरी व्हाइटनरले अब हरेक दिन डिलाइटफुल.
DHI happier home. Today sahay.
Neoco solar water heaters, water purifiers, chimneys, the gas hobs le buzeko cha your way of quality living.
The dance cam is going, but it also is the 5th wicket down for the Janakpur Bowl, 66 for 5, and it's Asif Sheikh, the last man to fall. 23 of 26, he stood his ground for quite some time, wanted to make sure that there was, even if there's a slightest chance of it being a no ball, he would have survived and would have still been out there. It wasn't a no ball, and that was the end of his innings. So, well, me and Darren Goff.
Hello again.
Hello.
It's a rarity, me and you together, isn't it?
Well, we were a bit cut off today, weren't we?
Well, they don't want to put the best two looking ones on air together, so we try and mix us up. Look at the dancing there. You go, girl.
You're a Dancing with the Stars champ. You've got some serious moves.
Well, I used to. 20 years ago. Now I'm nearly a pensioner. I think I've slowed down a bit.
I think once you've got the moves, you've always got the moves. Pensioner, you look nothing like it. Mohammed Mohsin walks out to the middle. Got a best of 56. Amar starts very well. It's a dot.
Here's a replay of the wicket. Just into the wicket, just empties on its way to the leg side. Unfortunately for him, straight to the fielder. Number 1 on his back. Dakal. Easy catch. He's running in still when he caught it. There's an energy about the Rhinos in the field. They know they're close to victory. It's going to take some special. 66 for 5.
Legends rise through greatness and lead with their actions. From a timeless legacy to inspiring a nation, legends choose the ball. Drive like a legend. Drive the ball.
Watch NPL on the go on Ncell app. Unlimited YouTube and other NPL packs. Download Ncell app now or dial *123*9#.
Pond Super Light Gel with hyaluronic acid. 200% instant hydration. Miracles happen.
To do the basic things right, you continue to ride that energy, and that's exactly what the Rhinos have done today. Piled on the runs with the bat, and they've continued that momentum and that energy into their bowling. 5 wickets picked up. Hamid comes into the attack, and they start with a single.
He does. I was impressed by Hamid's bowling the other night. The Rhinos are on a roll. So, and Ali's mentioned it, the energy. Here he goes, Basil Hamid. His T20 career, 72 matches, 39 wickets. Economy rate's pretty good, 7.10, 7.10. 5 wicket hauls, he ain't got one yet. Can he get one today?
He did bowl well in the previous game, 1 for 15 in his 4 overs. Practically held one end down for the 4 overs. Flighted and nearly chipped back.
Yeah, right, bowled well the other day. Really impressed with his bowling. Going to take something special here from the Bolts. Really is some big striking. We've seen plenty of 6s today.
This time slapped into the offside. Singles aren't going to do it here. Required rate almost 12 runs and over now. That's the Amoda. It's a gorgeous looking car. Electric as well. Futuristic design.
Nice. I'm going electric for the first time when I get home, so got one on order. It's not quite the Amoda, but it's going to have to do for now.
Well, he's picked this one up, Jimmy Neesham, and he's put it into the crowds. Need plenty more of those. Leans into it and gets full reward.
Well, we've seen Jimmy Neesham for years and years play this sort of shot in the biggest occasions, World Cups, World Cup finals. 50 on his back. He'll need more than 50 tonight if they're going to get over the line. Hamid, good bowler, full of confidence, but Jimmy Neesham, strong man, just helps the Onyx way. Thank you very much. Maximum.
Cannot be bowling those in the slot, and he's going to help himself to another half a dozen. Makes it look easy, the big man.
Well, unfortunately, the Hamid is bowling to an experienced cricketer in Jimmy Neesham, and you can't bowl the moon ball. You cannot bowl a moon ball to Jimmy Neesham because he's a big, strong man, and there it goes. Oh, go on, boy. Fetch that.
Half a shout, looked like he was going to be missing leg. It's also going to end the over with a dot. 11 gone, the Bolts 80 for 5.
म त पैसा लिन्छु आइमी पेमा चाहियो के र खर्च गर्न सजिलो कार्डबाटै किन्छु म लिन्छु म ब्याज पनि पाइन्छ हो विदेशबाट आको रकम वेलकम टु आइमी पे वालेट आइमी पे भए चाहियो के छ सबै सेट
I dare to overcome every hurdle and shine like a beacon. Presidential Graduate School, where every step leads to a new adventure.
तपाईँको असली एनर्जी रेड बुल असली नै रोजौं
A big tower there in the previous over thanks to the bat of Jimmy Neesham. Cut away over the fielder. There's going to be more runs. This one races away to the boundary. It's Mawson this time getting into the action.
Well, the Rhinos have to get a grip here. The wheels have fallen off. It's a power couple of overs for the Bolts. Again, width wide of the fielder, Bapara, who's normally a gun behind there at backward point, but runs away for another boundary.
Shout again, and it looks like missing that leg stump again.
Yeah. Definitely missing. Absolutely. Medium pace. There you go, going down the leg side. Look at the wicket-keeper. It gives you fashion accessory. Beautiful.
That's the center.
There's anything that Lenny is great at, is it's handing out the Dhaka topis. Still waiting for mine, but I don't think I get one.
It's a proud moment. It's like getting your England cap, isn't it? We should have, look at there, that's same as mine. You should get a number on it. So you were number 1 cap, you were number 2 cap, you were number 3.
Yeah, I'm still waiting for mine. I don't think I'm going to get a Dhaka topi though, but I do have a bone to pick with Lenny that I've not received anything yet.
You've got a scarf.
Yeah, but so do you. I don't have a Dhaka topi.
You've got a coat, a scarf. You need a woolly hat. You're always cold.
I bought myself one of those.
There you go.
That
There's
looks
one for you,
perfect.
Manali.
Well, the question's been asked, and looks like this will be reviewed. I want to see if there might be a possibility of a stumping.
First of all, they're going to check the front foot. The TV umpire, there he is. He normally has a smile on his face, but for the moment, the concentration is there. Let's have a look at that front foot. Ooh, oh, oh. There it is, confirmation. I thought so. It's a no ball, and guess what? It's the dreaded free hit. Not what's needed for the Rhinos. It's been a bad couple of overs for the Rhinos. We saw them the other day lose the plot in the field, and the panic stations of it again. The captain's got to get hold of the team and get the focus back, because the Bolts are on the charge.
Fairly neck and neck as well. 87 for 5. At this point, the Rhinos are 80 for 3. Yes, 2 more wickets down. But you've got a Jimmy Neesham who's looking a bit dangerous out there. Mohsin's going to take this free hit. Swings and swings hard. Just can't find the boundary.
Boo! Oh, you want a free hit, you want to see it sail out of the ground into this massive crowd we got today. That would have been awesome, but nah, just the one. Boring.
How often do we actually see a free hit go into the stands?
I know, it's amazing, isn't it? Do you know why? You lose your shape and you try and hit it too hard.
Worked into the leg side. It's going to be a single, as Jimmy Neesham sticks out the hand and says we're going to stick to just the one. 12 overs gone. The Bolts 89 for 5.
Legends rise through greatness and lead with their actions. From a timeless legacy to inspiring a nation, legends choose the ball. Drive like a legend. Drive the ball.
क्रिकेटमा जितको मजा र फोनमा टेक्नोको मजा कसैले बिट गर्न सक्दैन बिकज टेक्नो प्रोवाइड्स बेस्ट क्वालिटी बेस्ट सर्भिस एन्ड बेस्ट सिग्नल टेक्नो स्मार्टफोन रोजी बनाउनुहोस् आफ्नो चोइस मोबाइल
Neoco solar water heaters, water purifiers, chimneys, the gas hobs le buzeko cha, your way of quality living.
$89 for 5. 12 overs into the contest. Hamid comes back, and Hamid gets put away. Tracer bullet off the bat.
know I've said it a couple of times now, but this man, Jimmy Neesham, has got power. He has got serious power. He's 29 now from just the 11 deliveries. Hamid bowled well the other day, couldn't get him off the square, but today they're taking him down. Jimmy Neesham, he really is.
Thick outside edge, and he's going to help himself to more runs. This is going to race away for a 4. 10 runs off the first 2 deliveries.
Wow, we're in for a treat here. We saw Kushal Malla for the Rhinos smash 72 from 41, and Jimmy Neesham, he's going with the momentum. You create your own look in this game. A great shot for 6, an edgy one for 4, but guess what? They all count. 99 for 5.
Yeah, just 1 run away from pulling up their 100, the Bolts. Bit too short, this time into the leg side. And it beats the fielder again. Jimmy Neesham. He's coming good just when they need him.
They 100 up as well now for the Bolts. They looked out of it, didn't they? But these last 3-4 overs, the momentum's with them. Jimmy Neesham's come to the crease and he's taking off. Here we go, another 4, short again. Jimmy's sitting back waiting for it, pulls it away, another 4. And another one.
Straight past the bowler. Nearly took his hand out. And it's another boundary. Well, in hindsight, the skipper's going to wonder whether Hamid was the right choice. The first over was expensive. Gives him another one.
Well, I haven't got the chance to put the microphone down here. Jimmy Neesham is on a roll. There's no stopping it. He's got to keep going. The momentum's with him. Keep going.
They're chanting. Almost 300, the strike rate. 41 off just 14 with 3 4s and 4 6s. Down the ground again. Beats the fielder again. Jimmy Neesham's making easy work of this, and this is yet another boundary.
Well, demolition, it really is. Absolute demolition. I think it's going to be a 4, but again, great striking. Great striking from Jimmy Neesham. Yeah, it's bounced inside, I think. 1 bounce towards the Siddhartha Bank boundary board. And there he goes, the signal from the umpire. 6-wicket partnership. It's on fire. 45 it is now, off just 20 balls. Remarkable.
Yeah, if I were you, I also wouldn't be ready to release the ball.
I don't think he wants to release it.
22 off this over so far, 1 delivery to come.
He's going for it. Let me assure you, it's not going to be a block.
Straight down the ground again. Oh, this is misfielded. They're running, scampering for 2. And I think they're going to go upstairs for this one. It was a good throw. And this would be the worst way to lose a wicket after all of this progress.
Game over, he's in. He's in. I'm confident. I'm sticking with it, I'm confident. Said Jimmy Neesham. Here we go. Oh, actually might be close, and I think, get in, get in, get in, get in, get in. Oh, he's in. What am I saying get in for? I'm a Rhinos fan. Get out.
You're so confused. I loved how you try to egg him into it. This is in the past, you realize. The 2 words you want to see if you're a Jimmy Neesham fan, not out. And it's going to be the end of the 13th. It's 113 for 5.
ब्याङ्किङ सेक्टरमा पहिलो पटक सिद्धार्थ ब्याङ्कले ल्याएको छ सिद्धार्थ रिवार्ड्स। यसमा पोइन्ट छ। सिद्धार्थ ब्याङ्क, सम्बन्ध सधैँभरिलाई।
तर यो सिद्धि दाग
यो निकाल्न इजी छ सर्फ एक्सेल इजी वाश यसको 10 हातको शक्ति छ यस्तो जसले जिद्दी दाग निकाल्न गर्छ इजी सर्फ एक्सेल इजी वाश
Neoco solar water heaters, water purifiers, chimneys, the gas hobs le buzeko cha your way of quality living.
DHI happier home छुट्टै छ है
24 runs in the last over, thanks to Jimmy Neesham. He's now just 3 runs away from his half century. And he teed off really well. That one a bit sketchy, but everything else was right out of the middle.
Yeah, fasten your seatbelts material. He just fancied him, didn't he? Good bowler as well, but look at these shots. Stand still at the crease and just use his power.
Worked away. And this is a bit of finesse from Mohsin at the other end. He'll pick up another boundary, and I tell you what, the Bolts are really giving this a good chase.
Yeah, changed the momentum, haven't they? The Bolts, they've changed it. It's a word coaches use, Bapara into the attack. But yet again, just use the timing of the ball. Beautiful shot behind square. Amazing partnership, 51 of just 22 balls.
Wrong line, will get away with it, and they will pick up a single. That ball should have been put away.
The one thing about Ravi Bapara, he normally stays quite cool under pressure. He mixes the balls. There he goes, 50 partnership there of 23 balls. Neesham 39 of 12, and Mohsin a good partner, 12 of 11.
Oh, that's kept low. That has kept low, and that expression says it all.
How did that miss? We call them P-rollers. It was a P-roller, wasn't it? Watch this. Ravi Bapara, a little bit of a cutter. It's a P-roller. Hit that one, Jimmy.
Oh, he's teed off again. He has teed off again. The catch has been put down. That was not a fielder. That was out of the park. And he brings up his half century in style. 53 off just 18 deliveries.
Well, take a bow, Jimmy Neesham. He's come in with his team under the pump. And Janakar Bolts, 53 from just 18 deliveries. Look at this again. He's preferring the leg side. Power hitting to the leg side. Way over the boundary.
Into the leg side. And they will settle for a single. Turning out to be a really good partnership. 59 off 26. They need 56 off 37. Where's this going?
Well, the momentum's all with the Bolts at the moment. It's 54 of just not out of just 19 balls. 5 6s and 4 4s.
Down the track. Oh dear, he's halfway down the track. Calamity. Absolute calamity, but intelligent because Mohsin has sacrificed himself. He knew it that he needed Jimmy Neesham out in the middle. And this is the moment that might just change the momentum.
Well, bit of a mix-up there. These two were going so well. Yes, Neesham's the power, a bit of a leg spinner at the back of a hand. Mohsin down the track with his feet, punched it, then mid-on. Good fielding from Maller on the boundary. What a throw, by the way. Confusion. The two batters confused. Mohsin sacrifices himself, and it's a big wicket, much needed. Mohamed Mohsin goes for 13. Run out Maller, and the score 126 for 6.
चिया होस् वा कफी होस् हरेक दिन हुनेछ सधैँ delightful सुजल डेयरीको उत्कृष्ट उत्पादन डिलाइट डेयरी व्हाइटनरले अब हरेक दिन डिलाइटफुल
I dare to overcome every hurdle and shine like a beacon. Presidential Graduate School, where every step leads to a new adventure.
एनपीएल वा आफ्नो मनपर्ने टिमको एन्थमलाई आफ्नो पीआरबीटी सेट गर्नु भयो त डाउनलोड एनसेल एप नाउ or dial *123*6#.
Keep the momentum going, especially when Nisham is in the zone. Strikes again and finds the gap again. He stouts this over with a boundary.
This is unbelievable cricket. Look, you can, no matter how many times and how many games you've watched and how many good knocks you've seen, when someone's in the mood, like Jimmy Neesham is here, the striking ability is out of this world. Everything's been leg side. They've got to get a plan here, the Rhinos. They've lost the plot. The plans have gone out the window. They've got to calm it down.
This time it might be gone. Fielder setting under it. And it has been taken. This is the big wicket. Sohail Tanvir gets smashed for a boundary and he finally gets his man.
Yeah, it's a shame for the Bolts. That is one terrific innings. The best innings of the tournament for me. Wonderful knock. They're having a look though, that front foot of Tanvir. Oh! I think it's a no ball. Jimmy Neesham, turn around, my friend, and come back. Get the helmet back on. Gather your thoughts. You're not just going to be, you've got to free it.
Wow. Dear, oh dear, what a game this is turning out to be. The fans are having the time of their life. He's gotten a life. Sohail Tanvir. It's a no ball.
Oh, the Rhinos. Panic. I've seen them 2 days now, and all I've seen is panic. There's been some excellent cricket with the bat today. We're in the field. Shocking. All over the shop.
Surely he's got to make it count. Oh, that's a bad ball. It's a full toss, and it's going to go all the way. It might also be another no ball for height. We'll just wait on the confirmation.
Honestly, somebody's experience is Tanvir. No ball. Free hit. There's the free hit. I'll leave that to the TV umpire on this occasion. He has a better view than I've got. No matter what, it's 4 or 6.
Just want to know whether that lands flush on the boundary or not.
Well, the mascots, look at them, both of them, the Rhino mascots, they're disappointed. They're both turning away from the action.
Do they not count as fielders? They're Rhinos, surely.
There's not that many left, unfortunately, in the world. One odd Rhino.
That looks like it's crashed into the board or into the boundary before it's hit the ground. Just a dent. Cricket is about margins, and even a single run can be a deciding factor. They want to get it right.
Oh, the maximum. He's given the 6.
push into the leg side. Will he come back for the second? They've taken off. It's a direct hit. It's a direct hit. We're going to go back upstairs. There is so much action in this over.
Oh, does this commentary stint have to end? This is the best 5 overs I've ever done. It's ridiculous. Boundaries, no balls, great fielding, run-outs. Here he is, behind the stumps, Tambia. It's gone, he's miles out. There you go, Rhinos. Something good at last. Thank you.
The only issue is it's not the danger man. It's Arneko. Arneko Yadav, who hasn't faced a delivery, is going to have to walk off.
It does indeed, but all it means now is going to be more shots from Jimmy Neesham. Yadav, he goes without facing a ball, and the score now is 138 for 7.
Shermala walks out. Calls for catching, and this time he is caught. I don't think we're going to be checking a no ball on this occasion, but he's got to have to walk back, Jimmy Neesham.
Well, the party's sadly come to an end. What a terrific bit of cricket from Jimmy Neesham. Take a bow. He single-handedly give his team a chance. But there you go, just hitting it on the off, hitting it on the posh side, hitting it on the leg side. Jimmy, you've been hitting it so well. And there it goes, caught backward point. The relief on the Rhinos. Faces in the field. He goes for 65.
So Elton Weir finally gets his man in Jimmy Neesham. It's going to be Lalit Rajabanshi. He's bowled well, but now they need some runs from him.
Well, this crowd were on fire just a few balls ago. The noise was electrifying. It's quieting down a little bit, but there's a little bit of a bursting noise again. Just as I speak, the excitement levels are through the roof.
It's going to be a dot.
Here's the wicket. Tambir, 40-year-old, just a couple of days ago. Back of a length, good length. Jimmy tries to go through the offside, squirts it there to backward point. And Rijal, number 1 on his back. The relief on every single Rhino fan and every single Rhino player, and in the dugout, the coaching staff. Huge.
Not really sure what's happening out there, but looks like Rijan Dakal just needs a few moments. Really hope he's all right.
Has he forgot his box or something, or has he? I've seen it before, you know.
It's not an issue that I typically had.
What an atmosphere we've had today, eh? Been unbelievable. This pitch the ground staff should take a bow. The last 2 days, we thought this tournament was going to be heading for some real low-scoring games, but the last 2 days have been so exciting.
I think you were right.
I told you, it's experience, Manali. You never lose it. I'm a 54-year-old man. I understand some of the things you forget. And a box is top of the list.
I can't believe you were right about this. Well, I think he's all protected now. He's back out.
Well, it's a good job it was Tanvir at 40 years old and not Tanvir at 25, because he was a little bit quicker. There you go, the standings there. Janakpur already qualified, but they need this win. They want to be up there in that top two. And Shipman need the victory, their last game, to take them to 8 points. Wow, it's exciting. Who'd have thought? The final, remember, to be played on the 21st of December here at the International Stadium. It'll be a full house.
And go to culty.com to get your tickets. Get them early. Big shout. Umpire says not out, and they're going to scamper across. It's going to be a single, a leg by. 15 overs gone. What an eventful 5 overs it's been.
Tapay ko, Asli Energy, Red Bull, Asli Nerozon.
DHI Happier Home. Today sahay.
Legends rise through greatness and lead with their actions. From a timeless legacy to inspiring a nation, legends choose the ball. Drive like a legend. Drive the ball.
Himsta for a complete home.
Can't wait, won't wait. Sunfeast Dark Fantasy.
Well, 40 years young, and he is doing it again and again. What a white ball cricketer he's been for Pakistan over the years. Sohail Tanvir, 12 wickets to his name. Kushal Malla back into the attack. Okay, I think Mikhail is down pitch side. It's been an incredible game. Who have you got with you, Mikhail?
Andrew, thank you very much. Absolute cinema playing out here. Let me tell you that I have the co-owner of the Janakpur Bowls, Utsav Sigdel, as well. Utsav, firstly, congratulations. Meanwhile, we'll just take a look at this hit as well. Oh, there's another wicket gone, which means I'll have to send it back to Andrew. We'll come back to you, Utsav.
Well, Kushal Malla's got another. If Nisham had got them over the line, there was only one contender for the player of the match. I think it's going now to the Chitwan Rhinos captain.
Kushal Malla would have been relieved at the dismissal of Jimmy Nisham, because at some stage he would have had to either bring himself back or Ranjit, and then Nisham against the left-handers, well, he could have had a field day. Instead, Rajbanji goes for naught. Malla has a wicket. The Bolts, they won away from a loss here, 139 for 9.
Heart was certainly racing.
Yeah, as long as he was there, yeah, it's our game. But like, it's kind of tricky. And this is what cricket is called about, right?
Fairly understandable. But how did this entire formation and ownership happen of Janakpur Bowls? Tell us more about it.
We are mostly focusing on developing grassroots cricket over Tarai region, where we based off like Janakpur. So yeah, and we are a team of like cricket lovers, and that comes together to develop cricket in Nepal. So we are based off Nepal, migrated to US, and now came back home to do something on cricket.
Right, I've been reliably told that you've spent a lot of time around Nepal cricket. Last 10-12 years, you've been working very hard around grassroots cricket of Nepal as well.
Yeah, so we are following Nepali cricket from last 10-12 years. So and Nepal cricket is doing great also, right? So that motivate us to work more on Nepali cricket, and we want Nepali cricket to be on the top level. So we are ready to help, like whatever we can do from our side to
the response in season 1. What are your thoughts about Nepal Premier League and its future?
Yeah, crowd is amazing, and we know there was support for Nepali cricket always, and board is doing so great for this NPL, and I think this could bring Nepali cricket in the topmost level in few years. So I think, yeah, we are ready to support board, and like Nepali cricket is doing great. So
you have a lot of support for Janakpur Bowls. How did you manage to do that?
Actually, what happened is like during the tournament, some of the group of fans came to our hotel and they said like they want to create a fan club, and they created fan army. We are thankful to them, and they are supporting us from the like they are the 12th player for us.
Quite certainly, Utsav, you're doing a great job as owner of the Janakpur Bowls. The team's looking good. Congratulations on a great first season, and thank you for your time as well.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mikael. You do wonder if Sohail Tanvir is going to take the winning wicket here, or, oh no, we're not going to have a run out, are we? No. It was 126 for 5 when Mohammed Mohsin was run out. They put on 60 together in, well, jig time because of Jimmy Neesham's 65 off 24. Did the Bolts panic? Could they and should they have chased down this total?
I don't think they panicked. I think the adrenaline and the crowd got everyone so pumped up that the Bolts didn't just stop for a moment and see that they needed 7 to the over after Neesham had hit Tanvir's no ball for 6. And at that point, that's when we talk about the game awareness. And we're not being critical of anyone here, because Neesham's innings was of the highest quality, of the highest order. They had no right to be in the position that they were in. And they were in that position. They needed 7 and over. Surely at that point, Jimmy Neesham says, Tanvir's my danger. Kushal Mala or Ranjit has to bowl. Duckel's gone the distance in the previous game. It's left-hander against left-hander. I can take you down.
And he took down Basil Hamid too, didn't he? 2 overs, none for 38 for the Emirati all-rounder. Emotions are high there for Neesham, and the danger, the mystery, the unorthodoxy of Sohail Tanvir was always going to make him a wicket-taking danger. And those 3 wickets that fell for 1 run, 138, 138, 139, they've killed the game.
I mean, what do you think? I mean, do you think that... Because the player will say, look, I'm just hitting it so sweet, I might as well just keep going. And you can understand that point as well.
There's a great saying in our game, take the game deep. And I know this is always captain hindsight. It's always after the event of the wicket falling. But if Neesham's there in the 20th, even if they're 9 down, I think they win the game. And it's hard to put it all on one man because he's played exceptionally well. Probably one of the knocks of the tournament, Darren Goff called it. That's a length delivery. Drop it into the gap in between backward point and cover for a single. Get the strike the next over and take down whoever bowls it. Devastation for Neesham. It's been a spectacular knock. We'll see more of him. And those who are really devastated are the Kings and the Avengers, because they are gone barring a miracle here. It would be maybe the greatest 10th wicket partnership of all time if they get home. Never say never in Nepal. That's what I've learned here.
Yeah, maybe it's the cricket fanatic in me that just wanted it to last a little bit longer, because everyone here was enjoying the spectacle.
Some of those roars when Neesham was hitting those 6s, spine tingling. The security guard down as we come up to our compound here said to me, I can see your arms, there's goosebumps on it. And I said, I can't help it. It's contagious. It's addictive being here at this ground. It's come off the shoulder, won't be given out. So they need 36 off 18, but at least Tanvir is done for the Bolts. It's 145 for 9.
Mata, kasu. Prabhu Insurance socha sath. Ani tapaiko?
Prabhu Insurance, protecting your future.
Sport is in our DNA.
I dare to overcome every hurdle and shine like a beacon. Presidential Graduate School. where every step leads to a new adventure.
तर यो जिद्दी दाग यो निकाल्न इजी छ सर्फ एक्सेल इजी वाश यसको 10 हातको शक्ति छ यस्तो जसले जिद्दी दाग निकाल्न गर्छ इजी सर्फ एक्सेल इजी वाश
Monday tomorrow. Sadly for the Kings, unless something remarkable happens here with the Bolts, they're going to be playing out for pride against the Gurkhas, but the Gurkhas are going to be one of 4 sides battling it out for 3 spots, presuming that Chitwan get over the line here, and then wait till you see this place tomorrow afternoon. I know technically it'll be a work day, it'll be a sea of yellow, as Suda Prashim will look to get their hands on spot number 1 and number 2. Here's Rijan Dakal. Is there any way that these two here can pull off the miraculous, pull off something? How can they even go about thinking about doing it? 35 more needed.
Well, you spoke about taking it deep. The only problem is here is if you score a single every ball, you're going to need too many off the last over. So somehow they've got to find a boundary. Where that boundary is, if Dakal's going to bowl with pace on, maybe it's behind square on the leg side. If he's going to take pace off, well then you might as well swing away towards the leg side.
He does take pace off, it's clubbed down to long on. Doesn't really have any power. The difference in the power of the ball striking between Nisham and all of his teammates. That'll be the big disappointment for Pabudu Dasanayake. Anil Shah 8, Lahiru Malantha 1, Harsh Thakur 6. Even Asif Sheikh just 23. The only one to stand up in this chase was Jimmy Neesham. And you can't have it all on one man. It's so rarely that they do it all off their own bat. Somebody has to find a partnership with Neesham, and none of his teammates really stood up to be counted.
And a slight concern here for the Bolts is while they've sort of cantered into the playoffs, having qualified already, batting second seems to be a bit of an issue.
They're going to have been beaten by 70 runs in the game they're bowled out for 51 all out in, and probably beaten by 20 or 30 here. That's the card. Nobody got in to the same form as Neesham. Look at his strike rate, nearly 300. That for me, very close to that wide line. Dakal gets away with it. The sun now is just about to creep behind those beautiful hills to our right. No, it's actually a good piece of bowling. I'm completely wrong, as usual. Sun is setting, and right now, for the Avengers and the Kings. Oh, not this way. No, should be okay. They might try scamper the one now. Oh! Carnage. Pure carnage. Is it a single, or is it a run out the first time or the second? Because the bails are off, the stump has to come out. Over to you, third umpire. Rather you than me again.
I'm not even going to look at it, and I'm going to say not out. Oh, no, he's well in.
My question is, do they need to look at the first one as well? Maybe not. I think the third umpire will say that this is safely home. Wouldn't have been a good way to end it. Not out the decision, the right decision. 33 to an off 13. They need a boundary here. Need to find a 4 or 6. Fine legs up in the circle. May he look at a scoop or a ramp. Sharmala has bowled well in this tournament. I like what he's done. Probably going to be pace off again. It's the Yorker. An emphatic way to seal a victory that has the Rhinos not definitely, but maybe into the final 4. One of the bails left on middle stump. Dakal is at a brilliant tournament. It's fitting that he takes the winning wicket. They're not 100% of the way there, but I think it's quite likely we'll see these Chitwan Rhinos in the Fab Four.
It just keeps happening. Poor performance one day, brilliant performance the next. It's been the story of the tournament. Nice way to finish it for Rijal Brothers. So good with the new ball. He's had his struggles at the back end, but not today. He finishes it off, and that is a very good performance in all departments. Bar the little heart flutter that Jimmy Neesham gave them, the Rhinos were exceptional today.
Barring the near cardiac arrest that Jimmy Neesham gave them, had the Bolts fans up in unison. For the Bolts, yes, they are qualified, but their fate in terms of whether it will be first or second, it'll probably now more likely be third or